Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Fridays. We're about to be into the OG season. It is going to be the full map. Sprinting and mantling will stay. At first, it seemed like that wasn't going to stay, but obviously, we have a lot of card content to talk about. A lot of people got recent pickups, some questions, and even some concerns. So let's see what we're going to get into. My name is Rob. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Yo, concerns. Whoa, that sounds
Yeah,
so
yeah,
gloomy.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
what's up, Westrom? What's up, Phantom, Colton, JT, JL, Brian, Richard? Man, we got a lot of people starting out fresh in here. Let's
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah.
Um,
That's a good Friday right there.
I thought they were getting rid of the mantling and all that kinds of stuff too, and then they said
Yeah.
like so many leaks are coming through, getting so much mixed messages. But I'm surprisingly, I'm
Mhm.
excited because for forever, I don't know, last 3 years, people have been asking for Chapter One to come back. I was like, no one wants Chapter One to come back. Stop
Mhm.
doing that, right?
Mhm.
Like they're not gonna bring Chapter One back when they can do new stuff. But then they are actually doing it, but they're making it only a month long, and they're
Mhm.
doing like a time machine kind of thing, and it's actually kind of dope, right? Because I didn't
Yeah.
when they were talking about it, you didn't. I never really gave it like a chance of thought, like why would they do it? How would they do it? And
Mhm.
the way they're talking about with like the time machine, and it's only a month long,
Yeah.
kind of interested, you know. So it's kind of a bring back some cool memes and like people like what it was like in the old days. So it's kind
Yeah.
of
But it will also kind of tie into what you felt originally though. And the reason why I say that is because what I've noticed, it's been two sides of the story, as always. The Fortnite community is infamous for having two sides to everything, right?
you
And
can't
so
make them happy no matter
no,
what, no matter
nothing you
what.
do. So there was, and I will say the content creator name specifically. Um, I talk did a video and he was talking about how he's concerned because the OG season is not going to feel the same. That's obvious.
Oh yeah,
That's not that's not the
Fortnite would
never.
never feel the same
Oh,
as it did when you like. I know that for a fact. Like
yeah,
literally,
it's
because
impossible.
it's impossible because at the time, Fortnite created this feeling. And I know for people who haven't played,
Hmm.
you will not understand.
Yeah.
But when you're playing back in the day and you're trying to win,
Hmm.
you have never sweated playing a video game like you did trying to win your first match in
That
Fortnite.
top
Like
five, bro.
you like literally it'll make a grown man scream in victory if he actually
Yeah,
wins.
yeah. No, that's
Like,
100%.
it's, like, impossible to recreate that feeling. That feeling's gone now, like, I can get 16, 20 kills, I won't feel like that. I'm like, "Oh, good game." But, like, back in the day, it's like, even getting to top 5, like,
Yeah,
hiding in a bush, like, "I'm almost there," and then getting your first win,
yeah.
that was, like I don't know how they did it, but that feeling, it was like when people complain there's too many sweats in the game, it's hard, I can't get wins, I'm only playing sweats. It's like, you don't understand, it has always been that way.
Always,
There has never been a
always.
time that it was easy
Hmm.
to get a win until
Hmm.
like now. So people complain now about how hard it is and stuff like that, but this is the easiest time in Fortnite's history. Back in the day when it got popular,
Hmm.
winning was like far and few between, you know?
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
people never won a match before.
Listen, bro, it was real. It was real. And it's funny you said that because what Dylan is getting at is that there's always been a skill gap. Whether it looked pretty or not, it's always been a skill gap.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is back then, yeah, you may not have because you went through the phase of 90s, like specific 90s, like you're building these high towers, just going straight up to whoever can get the highest, and then who can get high ground first, and then you have now, but back then it was like put this wall up, put a ramp on it, and just see if you can get the shots off first. If somebody's right wandering in the middle of the map, you get that laser, you get the it was so simplistic, but it still was a skill gap. And
I
that's
can
never
tell
gonna
you,
change. Go ahead.
Husky, this was I'm not afraid I'm not like ashamed to say this. Like I screamed when I won my
Same.
first one. I was
Dang.
I have kids that were upstairs. I was downstairs screaming, "I finally won!" You know, it was
Yeah.
some exciting stuff. So that's not going to be the same in chapter one. Like
Yeah.
unless you already like, if you still feel that way, like Brian says, he still gets like sweat in his hands like that top 10.
Yeah.
That's great for you. I'm excited. That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's not going to feel like that from the people who already passed that.
Yeah.
But it will be nostalgic, and I'm
Hmm.
relanding all my favorite POIs.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
happy because it seems like we're bringing the whole map and not just POIs,
Hmm.
like places of interest. So I'm excited for that because then it'll really be like nostalgic. You can go to your favorite landing spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so no, that's it's. I'm excited for it
No,
only
it's
because it's a month long.
right. Right. Yeah, it's and like Dylan said, it was no reason they did a great amount of time for that. It was no reason for it to be longer than a month long. I think that this is gonna test. First of all, we already know this, but it's going to show if people are just talking out the side of their face most of the time.
Mhm.
Everybody said bring the old map back, bring the old mechanics back. And one more thing on the topic of it would never be the same is you can't forget what you know. You know, you're not going to go on the map and like Dylan said, you're not going to hide in a bush. You're not.
Yeah.
You're going to know exactly what you're doing, no matter
It'll
where
be
you.
it'll be interesting to play this map
Yeah,
for those who have changed their skill gap because it's been
yeah.
like 5 years, 4 or 5
Hmm.
years,
Hmm.
right? So playing on this map, like I'll speak for me personally. Like I'm not saying anybody's trash Westrom. Um, but like for me, like playing on this map, I'm way better than I was when I played on chapter one.
Yeah,
Like way better. So playing on this map now that I'm at this skill level
yeah,
will be interesting. I'm
yeah.
kind of excited to see what it's like.
For sure. And West Drum, you hide in bushes for a way more strategic reason now. Like that's pure strategy hiding in that bush now compared to back then where the fear was running through your heart and your blood, just trying to get that first victory royale or your first couple.
See, I remember in season 9, I used to play random squads without a
That's
mic,
funny, Richard.
and it was 4v1 left,
Hmm.
right? We were playing squads. There's only one guy left. Not a squad, one guy left.
Yeah.
When I tell you that we had the turrets
Yep.
and everything shooting at this dude as he was up on a mountain building down to us, he
Hmm.
built down from the mountain and killed every single one of us when we had a turret.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's like it's gonna be like my redemption chapter, I
Yeah.
think, you know.
Bro, is because to be honest, this is equivalent. Now y'all gonna laugh at this, right?
PC for
Yeah.
sure. If you have
Console
a
for
PC.
me. Yeah, but this is maybe this is just me, but I'll just maybe I can connect to this. This is like equivalent to how you feel like okay, like you know when you graduate high school and you was this type of way in basketball, football, whatever sport you played, and then you
Mhm.
start playing a couple years after, and you be like, man, if I played like this not
Oh,
back
yeah,
then,
that's true.
yo, and so this is what we're
Because as you
about to
get older,
experience.
I don't know if it's like your mindset, but like your
Yeah,
skills just develop as you go anyway.
yep,
I mean, you're not as young as you were, but like your
exactly.
skills and and how you play, it's different.
Yep, yep. No,
Um,
that is for
what
sure.
what's your favorite POI that you're looking forward to?
I'm not gonna lie, it might. Dang. So if I
Tilted's
had to
played out,
yeah, Tilt is played out.
like because they brought Tilted back like so many different times.
Okay, I got mine. It's hands down Paradise Palms. It's
Paradise
Paradise
Palms,
Palms.
really?
I just love the aesthetic of Paradise Palms. It was so fresh. It was the sand biome. Um, I just think, especially because that's chapter one, season five. I love it, especially when only when it's a hot drop. Like when it's a hot drop, Paradise Palms was lit. Like that's when I
See,
loved it.
Moisty, Richard,
I
I
love
can't stand
Moisty.
Moisty Merman, but I love Moisty
Yeah.
Mire. That was my drop spot. I will be landing there. Now, since I do play a little bit more aggressive now,
Hmm.
that I might have to first land at Moisty because that's when I used
Yeah.
to like get there as far as I could get and then get in. But I might have to land at like Fatal Fields
Yeah.
or I don't even know, Pleasant Park maybe.
Fatal Fields is lit. Yeah. That's
You know the mountain with the
yeah.
ice cream truck?
Hmm.
I used to
Yep.
land on that one a lot.
Yep.
That was one of my favorites.
Okay. So now I mean we could talk technical so we could go through these because I can't forget about the volcano in chapter one, season eight. That was amazing, especially like when
Oh, are we gonna get the balls back in it?
we
That was
might that would be
crazy.
crazy. The hamster ball joints, that joint was crazy. Lazy Links, yo, yeah, Lazy Links. I forgot about Lazy Links. That was a great one, yo.
What's
Dang.
going on, Dill? Warfighter, Chung Chung. I'm not surprised that Dusty is what you picked, Black Ash. I'm not surprised. All right,
Yeah.
why PC and why console? Well, it depends on the PC.
Mhm.
Um, but like if you have a good PC with good internet, you have a little bit of an advantage
Oh, he was
for like
asking what do you want
frames.
what he should get? That's
Yeah.
what he was oh, okay, got you.
So
Got
like
you.
your frames for like so if you're playing, I mean, if you're just starting out, it doesn't really matter. So
Mhm.
like, he's probably right. If you don't have a high end PC to
Mhm.
like just like download it and play, then just get a console and play. I
Yeah.
play controller, so it's probably gonna be fine.
Mhm.
But PC is usually because you can get higher frames with the monitors,
Mhm.
and then like you can get builds better and stuff like that.
It's better in general. So like
Yes,
if
it's better
you
in general. It's
yeah,
smoother.
if you I would say this. The reason why I would say console first is to see if you even like the game. Like, it's kind
Mhm.
of a lower, it's a lower entry point. And then if you fall in love with it, by all means, go to PC route. But it might also be beneficial just to go PC anyway because it's used for more than one thing. So I mean, it's kind of, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, it really depends on like how you want to play too. Like, if you want to sit on the
mhm,
couch and play, or are you going to sit at a
yeah,
desk? I sit at a desk
exactly.
because I do everything at a desk.
Yeah,
Um, so it really comes down to that. But like, if you're just getting started and if you want to play zero builds, I don't know that frames matter that much for zero build.
right,
I could be
right.
wrong, but I
It
don't know that they
it
do.
possibly could, but we don't. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
And for me, I play in my chair. I play in my chair. And it's a comfort thing for me. I love it. My wife sits there and watch me play. It's more of a I'm not like completely escaping, but I'm in the game. So I that's what really enjoy about it. Uh, Eventually, I might have to have an option for both. Just if I want to have a little bit more serious gaming session. But I haven't been able to get a legit gaming session in probably a, a year and a half. So we'll see. We'll see. Like
I
a
don't know.
gaming session.
I played
Yeah,
for 5 hours last night.
I haven't. I haven't
I
played
didn't
for
go to bed
five
till
hours.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
And I don't know if I was streaming last night, and if anybody saw me at 3 a.m., I'm
yeah,
sorry. I already
yeah,
deleted the stream. So
yeah.
I
So
got pretty angry in there.
I have a PS5 if anybody needs it. Yeah, no,
Will
that's
Kevin be back? That's a good question.
Kevin has to
Probably.
come back.
So,
You
like,
know.
I think this is how they're gonna get back to the story. This is how we're
Hmm.
gonna rejuvenate the 0 point. Maybe like
Yeah,
everything's gonna break somehow. I think this is how we're gonna get back into the story. So I
yeah,
expect Kevin to be back.
yeah.
I mean, who knows? I'm excited. What about the racing mode?
Yo, that joint looks lit. So
No,
that joint,
I've seen like the pic. Do we have like we don't have any video stuff, right? We just
no,
have
no
like the
videos.
picture.
Yeah, so long story short, Rocket League is well, would you call it Rocket League or would you call it the Rocket
So
foundation? Yeah, would you call it the foundation of what like the Rocket League
So
cars, I
they
guess you could
said that
say.
they're combining Rocket League into Fortnite. Now,
Yeah,
I don't think that means they're getting rid of Rocket League,
no, no.
but you can import all of your Rocket League stuff into Fortnite, and there's gonna be a Fortnite racing called it's called like Rocket Llama, I think.
Hmm.
I think they're
Hmm.
still working on the name, but it's like Rocket Llama or something like that. And you can be able to race. I think race. I don't know. I don't know what it's
Yeah,
gonna be some kind of racing game.
yeah.
But you can import your stuff from Rocket League. You
Hmm.
cannot trade. I guess apparently you could trade in Rocket League,
Yeah, you can trade and sell, but you can't
but
do
you
it for
cannot do
this.
that
Yeah,
in the Fortnite one.
yeah.
Um, they don't want to open up Pandora's box for trading,
No, yeah. Because
especially
if
like
they do,
skins and stuff.
if you want to see the game hit, if you want to see the game hit certain numbers, if they open trading, that could
So
get pretty crazy.
we haven't talked about this, but let's talk about that because I know they're trying to protect like the profit and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
if they opened up trading,
Hmm.
it would go bananas because my kids, I like we like trade. We all collectors. We like to
Yeah,
trade.
we trade. Yeah.
My kid is playing a Roblox game where all she does 24/7 is trade these animals and try to get rare animals.
Hmm.
And then as soon as she gets a rare one, she goes out and she trades them. That's all she does is trading.
Yeah.
So like there's so much you could trade in Fortnite.
Hmm. No,
So I mean,
well, to your point as well, this is what I think about. There's a lot of dead accounts. There's a lot of dead accounts, and just like anything else, if you want to get out of the Fortnite card hobby, post your cards, get it to other collectors, and keep it moving. That's the same thing that can happen with like. There's a lot
mhm,
of elite agents out there. There's a lot of BKs. There's a lot of renegades. There's a lot of aerial assault troopers that's just sitting there dead. And if you could trade, if you could come back, clean that up, and you possibly could put, whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly how they'll do it, But I think that would be ideal. It's a lot of skins that would and could be played with that's not being played with, and I think they should consider it. Obviously, they have to consider a lot when it comes to that. But
So yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I'm sure they're worried about like because it's their IP, right?
yep,
And like you don't own the skins,
yeah,
so when you're doing the trade, they're losing profit because that means you don't have to buy it, right? You can
hmm,
trade skins you don't want, and people have thousands of skins, right?
yeah,
Or less than thousand, but they have hundreds,
yeah.
right? And there's like you only play with a few, so you have a lot you could trade. So
But you know how our brains work. So hear me out. So let's say you put a price tag on it. If you want to
or
trade,
like yeah, like you have to buy the ability to
you have to
trade or
buy
something
the
like that.
ability. Yes, you have to buy the ability to trade.
Like it costs V-Bucks to be able to have
Yeah.
trade tokens or something.
So what is the lowest right now? Is the lowest is it 8.99 now for the lowest V-Bucks tier? Because I know
I'm
it went
not
up.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like eight ninety
Yeah,
nine or something like that, right? So let's just say it was rounded off. Let's just say it was 9.99 or it was 10.99, whatever the case may be. Um, and you can now you're open to be able to trade, and you can't trade everything, but you
yeah.
activate the trade that y'all are going to complete at that given time. And that's a win-win for both because you've had those skins for a while. Let's be real, most people don't remember the V-Bucks,
If they can
so
figure out
it's
a way to
just
monetize it, it might work.
it might work.
It might work.
Yeah, like is because think about it. Uh, or you have to trade at the value. So to activate it, no, yeah, you just have a flat rate, like
You just
$10.
have to
Yeah,
require figure
yep,
out some way that it requires V-Bucks to be able to trade.
yeah, yeah.
That's all you have to figure
That's
out.
all you have to figure out.
And there you go. I don't think they're changing any of the mechanics because
No,
they're bringing back the fast run and the mantling.
but yep.
They're bringing that to chapter one, so
Hmm,
I don't think they're going to be changing the mechanics. And
yeah,
if you think about that, it's like this is a coded game, right?
hmm,
So anything like that they change, they're going to have to rechange again.
yeah,
So a lot of that stuff they're just going to bring with it. Also for no builds will be in next season,
hmm,
and they're adding the zip lines
yeah,
to get to and from the mountains.
yeah,
So I doubt they're gonna be changing too much. That's gonna mess with the gameplay.
yeah. No, for sure. That's. Oh yeah. Western. I was trying to get that real quick. Damn, maybe you can go to YouTube and look up the ninja with ninja because ninja got the Durr Burger, right? West Drum Ninja got the Durr Burger. Dr. Lupo got the I forgot the name of the POI the coffee name of the coffee cup. He got the coffee. Courage got the or did Courage get the coffee? I can't remember off the top of my head. And obviously Tim the Tapman got Tomato Head. I think what was the other one? Dusty Diner. Thank you, Wes.
So I'll fast forward through this real quick as he's
Yeah,
talking.
there you go.
This is like OG Fortnite when they do crazy stuff like this.
Yeah, that was the gas station, right?
Yeah, so these are items that were in the Fortnite map,
Yeah.
and they're showing up in like content creators' yards and stuff like that. They're freaking stories these guys are lying through their teeth. It was midnight and I heard a loud bang outside. I just assumed it was this.
They
I was
all said
like,
the
come
same
on.
thing.
You know what I mean? It's like if I hear a loud noise in my backyard, I ain't just be like, oh well.
Dylan grabbing the strap if you hear
It's like,
that.
come on, yeah, you guys are tripping. But that's the
No,
day.
no, but this is dope for sure. Dr. Lupo looked tired, but that and it's crazy because Ninja. So Cypher also said that Ninja originally was the only one that said that he was doing a commercial with Fortnite and Epic Games, and then I guess he spilled the beans that Cypher PK is doing it as well. So Cypher
Mm.
said, Cypher brought it up. I think it's going to be more than that. I think it's going to be a pretty crazy roll. It's already been a crazy rollout, but I think the completion of this is going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's the Dare Burger. Yeah, I mean, if you think about the rollout, right? It's like first they sent all them pins of all the
Yeah,
first seasons, and then like a video of their like most clipped thing.
yeah,
Like they put time and effort and
they
money
did.
into this.
They did.
And
Yeah.
so, and also, like, do you know how many people got those pins?
How many?
I don't know if I should
How
keep
was
this to
it? Was it like
myself.
20? Was it 20 less?
I heard it was 1,000
Oh, a
creators.
thousand. Oh yeah, somebody gonna let that go. Somebody go.
I heard 1,000 creators got one that pin set with the thing. I could
Now,
be wrong, but that's what I heard in one of the videos. So if that's true, I'm
yeah.
hoping one of those sets pop up on eBay.
So, Dylan, are we going to talk about what's really going to happen with these with the Durr Burger Dusty Diner? So, at what point are we going to interview JT and he have it in his collection?
Oh yeah,
That's yeah. You know,
we're
JT,
gonna
are probably
interview
already,
JT, and like in the background, he's gonna have like four like
yes,
huge
yeah.
oversized Durr burgers.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna have
take
a
us to his
cup.
backyard.
He probably starting a business right now that says like junk removal, and he's
Yeah.
hitting up all these streamers. Says, "I know you don't want that in your yard. I'll take it for
Yeah.
you."
So JT probably hit up Ninja. So, how about that Durr Burger though? Like, we need that.
Right?
Yes. And then JT go just take us to his backyard and he's gonna have all of them lined up right there. Like, yeah, no, they're definitely taking those back. That's gonna be in their amusement park eventually when it happens.
What other collectibles are we sharing or like trading? So like I've looked into like the One Piece cards a little bit,
Mhm.
but like doesn't really do the same for me. I've looked at the Mario ones and they're cool and all, but it doesn't do the same for me as Fortnite. So for me personally, like it's Fortnite or nothing right
Yeah.
now.
So so I was looking at football for a little bit. Nothing crazy. It would be just straight PC. Uh, but obviously I couldn't put any triggers. But I've been heavy on the merch side of Fortnite. It's been pretty dope. That's like my little escape while I'm building up to get another grill.
Hmm.
Because it's just one of those fun things, and you just learn a lot about how things were rolled out. And what I will say is, what's interesting that I learned from the merch is Fortnite doesn't announce a lot of things
Oh yeah, like hardly anything.
when it comes to licensing. Like it's like, okay, you got the license. This has it's separate. Obviously, we know it's separate because it's
Hmm.
licensing. But if it's something that they don't want to promote, they're not going to promote it. And I mean, it's so that's been interesting to see. But yeah,
Yeah. So I just lost my train of thought because I was reading about this gold trooper here. What were you just saying?
no,
I'm
no,
sorry to hear about your gold trooper. I saw it up there for 6K. It's
yeah, Lane, that
expensive.
was that gold chip was up there. That joint is pretty too. That
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how quickly it's gonna go. You were
uh
talking about
Richard, do you really want to go there? Do you
where
really
did
want to go
Richard
there?
go?
Do you want to go there? Yeah, we recently, Dylan, if you don't know, we recently lost to the Patriots. We've been a very inconsistent, but we won last night. Um, yeah, there's no excuses. This is Bills Mafia. But Richard, I don't know. I think we'll let the season play out. Let the next season play out and see how the Patriots is doing.
Yeah, the I would love to have a PSA 10 Gold Trooper.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I have mine. Interesting enough, and my Instagram is broken for me on my computer. I don't know why,
Mm,
so I can't share it. But Tag Grading, shout
yeah.
out to you guys because they posted a Fortnite card giveaway to their 10,000
Hmm.
followers. So
Yeah.
it's a Fortnite Optichrome Reverse Gold Trooper from
Hmm.
Series 3, and they're giving it
Inverted.
away. You just have to put people's name in. They messaged me directly,
Hmm.
THG, I guess
Hmm.
because they know we're the Fortnite guys,
Yeah.
and so like I shared it and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. They're giving
Yeah.
Fortnite some love. So I shout
Yeah.
out to them for giving Fortnite cards some love.
Yeah, and for them to do that, that is highly respectable. I mean, as we talk about it every week, we don't, we get no recognition. Not that we care, but when we do, and when it's a company like that, that's definitely dope to see.
Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about like Epic Games and like what they don't share because they told Panini they couldn't even advertise,
Hmm.
right? And so like it's really weird, but like unless it's like even like their own stuff, they don't advertise it too much.
Yeah.
The biggest rollout like advertisement,
Yeah.
honestly, was the comics
Hmm.
because they put the comics into the game
Yep.
and then they like sold out once they actually bought like the Nexus War and all that kinds of stuff. But besides that, they really don't advertise the things that they put out.
No.
Even like the refrigerator, like the Peely
Hmm.
refrigerators that were out in Walmart.
Yep.
Did they advertise the makeup? I don't think so.
I don't think so. And like, cause the one thing you can't do, you can't count like leakers or content creators as the marketers. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I guess they technically could tell them, it's times that they do tell them to post things, But at the same time, we're talking about like, the actual Fortnite rollout. It's like they pick and choose, not pick and choose things, but they also do this unique thing, right? It's like the skins will come out and they'll say nothing about the merch that came out with the skins. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's been like 10 to 15, actual. The only one I think that we immediately caught wind of, which is now a dud now, is Balenciaga. Like it was like, okay, the Balenciaga skins come into the game. People are posting the Balenciaga and how expensive it is. But everything else, it was just like it's like, okay, this skin comes out. Yo, merch came with this. What the heck? When did this happen? Like, it's
Are
like
you still
so,
looking for the? Are you still looking for the
bro.
foundation?
It doesn't even exist, bro. It is the rarest, scarcest thing, and it's driving me nuts because it would be different if I didn't know that Renegade is on that merch, that all of these are on it, and I just
I don't
support it,
think
and I
they
just
actually did yet. They did all this stuff like you thought they were going to, and then we didn't
they,
see anything, right?
they did make it. Airforia has
I
four
remember
pieces.
Airforia did something, but I don't remember it ever actually coming out.
Yeah, so they did. I have the two T-shirts. I wore it a couple weeks back.
Oh, that's right. No, okay, now
Yeah,
I remember. They did do
yes.
it.
So they did.
The second time they showed Airforia, it came out.
Yeah. Oh, you are you talking about the Jordan releases? Because they didn't do anything for the Jordan releases, but they did do something for the Nike Air Max with the
Yeah,
Airforia. Yeah,
that's right.
they did that. That collection is clean aesthetically. And then they also they also did this amazing, like, bro, they did an amazing rollout for the Air Maxes and the Air Force t-shirts, but it only went to sneaker content creators. It didn't go to Fortnite content creators. So that was a whole nother thing. Like, so
So,
it's crazy, bro. I don't know.
well, because like people aren't gonna be looking for this kinds of stuff. Like right now, it's like super popular to do nostalgic stuff. So like, you see a lot of Mario tees, a lot of Toy Story tees, all these other things. Now you're starting to see anime tees, right?
Mhm.
But like all that was like culture like 5, 10 years ago, you know.
Yeah,
So I mean, we're not gonna be looking for this stuff for a while, and then it's gonna be too
20,
late.
20. So okay, so I'm gonna just okay. So here it is. So for t-shirts and like merch and stuff, it's guaranteed. Bare minimum, it's not going to be anything for 15 years because as it's tractioning into for t-shirts, vintage is 100% 20 years. Like you can kind of get away with it in other sectors of a hobby and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
a t-shirt is not considered vintage until 20 years, and then it starts circulating. But the unique thing about Fortnite is the same thing. I equate it to SpongeBob. The reason why is because SpongeBob's still relevant, right? So even his stuff that's 20 years old, it still hasn't surged yet because it's still relevant. It hasn't disappeared.
Mm,
So
interesting.
that's one of the things that's kind of going to be interesting with Fortnite, because depending on how long Fortnite keeps reinventing themselves and keep going along with the times, is going to be certain stuff that may end up being vintage. But it's like, okay, so for instance, if there's let's say there's a llama tee that came out 20 years ago, but if they're still releasing llama tees and somebody's not a vintage collector, it's just like I'm gonna just get the cheapest llama tee. So it's one of those are the things that kind of come into play too.
Here's a question as like a collector: if you follow anything else,
Yeah,
right? Sometimes you'll stumble upon one or two rare things that they did that never released or no one ever knew about till it was too late, right?
yeah.
But for Fortnite, I feel like we have an abundance of super rare niche
Mhm.
stuff. So, what does that mean? Does that mean that there's less chance that your specific item is going to blow up?
Mm.
So, we have to think about this like so like I know a lot of people say like let's say my comic that I have for instance like the black
Right.
white like super rare, super hard to find, right? But it's
Yeah,
just one of the super hard. We have the prototypes, right? We have
yeah.
all these different things. We have like the creator stuff. We have the employee pins,
Mhm.
right? We have comics. We have the original comic art.
Yeah.
What actually is going to be like the cool thing that blows up that people want to collect?
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's no, that's a good
It could be
that's
everything, but what's going to
yeah,
be like the top tier
top
stuff that
tier.
actually blows up?
Yeah.
We don't know. So keep that in mind because they keep putting out so much stuff.
Mhm.
There's so many cool things. Like you almost get like overloaded. At least I do
Yep.
because of how much we're looking into it.
No, 100%. Yeah, because we have to do that extra. We have to search a little bit more. Yeah, JT, if Warrior Clothes did come out, I have the collection. I got it. I do like
I
it.
think I remember seeing it now.
Yeah.
Was it like baby blue or something?
The it was like it's like a
Air bubble.
paintbrush, like yeah, air bubble paintbrush style, and
Yeah,
then it's a black tee, then it's
trying
a
to
white
remember now.
one, and then it's then they had like more minimalistic ones as well, which I really like. Um, but also the thing that was weird about the Euphoria, I didn't find out about it until 2 months later. I was like, okay, I remember these skins came out. Let me just check. And then, but the thing that's weird with the clothes is that they're gonna sell for cheap. There's literally gonna be no resale value for years. Like
Yeah.
years. Like absolute years. So it's one of those unique parts of the hobby that it's like, and clothes is one of those things like, do you really want to like hold it if you're not? I don't know. It's unique, man. It's
So
unique.
like if you're into Fortnite, right? And
Yeah.
like you're in it to like flip stuff,
Hmm.
it's like you may be able to flip, but it's gonna be kind of scary. So if you don't love Fortnite,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bumpy ride. And
Hmm.
it's gonna may take 5, 10, 20, like Rob said, 20 years.
Hmm.
So just keep that in mind going
Yeah.
forward over the next couple years. I love Fortnite. I can
Yeah.
easily hold my stuff
Hmm.
if I needed to, right? So like it's
Yeah.
not just that's what we're kind of getting at. It's like we don't know what these things are gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here. So like if you haven't played it yet and you bought into the hype, try playing it.
Hmm.
Try to fall in love with it even more.
Yo, Nike Dunks Fortnite collab would be amazing. It's a couple Fortnite collabs I would love on some sneaker silhouettes.
Fortnite
Uh,
dunks,
JT, no, I did not get the
I
duffel
would I
bag.
would cop
Um,
those real
yeah,
quick.
no, the dunks would be fire. And it's a major challenge for me because if y'all don't know, I don't wear a lot of colors. Like I'm very like I like blacks, I like grays. Fortnite has challenged all of that. Like
Not
it's
me. I
like
could
no,
Fortnite's
like
right up my alley. I could do any of
yeah,
those
nah,
colors.
like I mean, it's just naturally I just don't I like, and then another hard part is I'll say this, what I don't know is true is for vintage now, it will be true in the future. The reason why I say that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with this, Dylan. The t-shirts are completely different from what they were in the 90s and now. They're eons different. I
And
don't
that's gonna
know.
go for anything though.
Yeah,
Right, so,
yeah.
like, if you look back, like, not that long ago, CDs,
There you
DVDs,
go.
everything changes. What it's gonna be in
Hmm.
20 years, we don't know. What's gonna be in 10 years, we don't know. Cards can completely change.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, "Dang, they used to do cracked ice back then. They don't
Do
do
I
that no
like cracked
more."
ice? Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So,
Hmm.
like, so much stuff can change. The way they
Yeah,
make cards now may not be how they make them later.
yeah.
Same
But
thing with, like, comics and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
same thing with any of the stuff that we do, the employee pins, you know?
Mhm. Anything. And it's but what you said that was so important is when you brought up like the DVDs, like even if you think about the Nintendo 64 games that was actual cardboard that covered the game compared to it being
Mhm.
plastic, the only thing that we won with when it came to the games, the sealed games with Fortnite, is that it actually was a rare release. Like it was limited
Yeah,
off
it
rip.
was
So we
because
so we won
I
on
got
that
mine
too.
I got
Yep.
mine online, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
almost
we
went
went
I
on
almost
that.
went to buy it. I was like, "No, I'm just gonna pay for it and download it
Yeah.
on my PlayStation."
Yeah. So that's the win on the gaming side. That and to be honest, if that wasn't the case, it would be a lot easier to obtain. But people knew, like if you go back to the article, I just sent it to Black Ash a couple days ago. You go back to that first article on the sealed games. Soon as they released, they sold for $400. Obviously, they corrected, but people knew then. It's just that it was a year and a half until the cards came
Mhm.
out. Who would have known if they would have dropped at the same time?
Here's the problem with that is, like, people a lot of the time, people have the idea and they know,
Yeah,
right? And then they do nothing about it.
there you go.
And then there's some that do something about it, but only few really hold on to it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
that's a
literally,
quote.
like literally hold on to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it gets kind of crazy if you do it. Because I remember when I first opened up my mega box
Mhm.
and I pulled my dark bomber and my wild card. I saw the cracked ice, or my bad, the crystal shard, and I tell you instantly, I said, "Oh shit,
Here we go. Hold on. Yeah,
these are gonna pop off." And
yeah.
I don't know when, I don't know how, but these are gonna be highly collectible.
Yeah,
I knew immediately. And I was telling my wife, I saw my wife's mother, none of them believed me. And then, I don't know, 6 months, it started selling for thousands, right?
yeah.
It went crazy. Now that like a lot of this stuff is coming down again, but
Mhm.
it's exciting because I know a lot of people are gonna be selling out
Yeah.
and selling, so we have time.
Yep.
And our market, and like when I tell you guys how small our market is, I don't think you guys are realizing like how small it is and
Yeah.
how much potential there is.
Yeah,
Because sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say because the Facebook group that we're in is probably the
Mhm.
most active Fortnite trading card anything in the world right now is the Facebook group that we're in.
Yep.
It's been there since the beginning. Great members in there. Lots of like major collectors, right?
Yeah.
They just did a giveaway for our 3,000 members. Only 160, no, 175 people signed up for the massive free giveaway, and they tagged everybody waited a week.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what does that tell me? Out of 3,000 of Fortnite who already went so as far to join a Facebook group, they're gone. You know what I mean?
They
So like
are.
the market is like empty right now.
Hmm.
So it may take some time, but
And I know everybody talks to a lot of people, but specifically people reach out to me and Dylan a good amount, right? And I don't know about you, but over like the past 2 weeks, I've gotten so many messages, whether it's Midas, whether it's BK, whether it's or those top tier cards.
mhm.
Bro, are you wait, you're telling me Midas is only worth this much? What happened to the hobby? What happened to the collections? What happened to this? And and I don't blame them for that, especially if you took a step back. It is surprising, no lie. I mean, it's surprising either way. But if you understand how these markets go, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna go lower,
Yeah.
guaranteed. It's gonna go up again eventually,
I
sometime.
say
We don't know when.
highly likely that it's gonna keep going down.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that it's gonna be drastic. Matter of fact, it might be sideways for some years. We don't know which. It could go a couple
We
different
might be
ways.
getting to that point where like it's a steady
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But so like JT is saying, there's more people leaving than coming in. People are still coming into the hobby.
yep.
They are coming in,
Hmm.
but like the major eventually it's gonna start growing again. But right now, there's more people leaving than
Yes,
coming in because most of
100%.
them were flippers because they saw the price, right?
Yep.
And that's what had that huge thing. A whole bunch of flippers came in, price went up, and then more flippers came in, right?
Hmm.
So that's got to come back down so that then it can go back up with actual collectors.
Yeah, yeah,
So Lane saying is like it's history repeats itself,
yep.
and IP wise, like Fortnite is positioned perfectly. The cards are really well done and positioned perfectly. I love it. I'm gonna keep collecting high
Yeah.
ground. So the funny thing is, we're all about Fortnite trading cards and collectibles. And
Hmm.
we built this whole thing. We put this like last 2 to 3 years.
Hmm.
I don't know when I started the website. It might be 4 years.
Yeah, yeah. Because
It's been a long time. Put
it's
a
been
lot of
3 years
work
that
in
I've been doing that. So, and you was doing the website
before then.
before I did the lives. Yeah. So
So
yeah, it's been a minute.
it's been a minute, right?
Yeah.
So like we put a lot into this, so we're not going nowhere. So
Yeah.
even if like all the flippers leave,
We'll
we're
be
gonna
here.
still pushing out content, trying to bring collectors in.
Yeah.
So Rob and I were talking. We're like, our goal is to build this hobby up to 100,000 collectors.
Hmm.
And so how we're going to measure that, I don't know if it's going to be through YouTube subscribers or what, but that
Hmm.
is our goal is to hit 100,000 collectors, and that's
Yeah.
going to take some time. And so we're dedicated to that goal. So that's how
Yeah.
long we're going to be here at least.
Yeah. And it's gonna be amazing because this is I think what I love about the lives the most is that it's literally like an archive. The conversation is unique to the week every single week. It's not like these topics that come from X amount of time. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be amazing. But also to I think it was hold on. First of all, shout out to you, JL, for pulling that Ice King. I mean, getting that Ice King cracked ice. Uh, but yeah, that's I think the thing is where it comes to all of these cards because I was talking to Dylan before this, and I have something to pull up eventually. That might bring some doom and gloom to some people if they're looking at it in an interesting way. Let's just say that. But yeah, it's a process.
So we already, I think was it last week that I did it or the week before? I looked at like how many eBay sellers there are,
Hmm.
and we tried to like guess how many people are in the hobby and
Yeah,
things like that. So I know JT said like no one wants that overproduced Series 3 characters. I still don't think it's overproduced.
I don't
Let
think
me
so.
be clear.
I don't
Like
think
I don't
so
think it's
either.
overproduced. I just think the hobby's super small.
Hmm.
So like I'm gonna share this real quick. There's 91 tens.
Hmm.
That's very low in trading cards, right? 152 total.
Yep.
This is only overproduced when there's only maybe 2,000, 3,000 collectors,
Yeah.
right? Because that's, I mean, that's obvious at that point. But like once you get to, let's say, 10,000 collectors, that number, 91 tens, looks a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I just don't. I just think there's a difference between overproduced and
I
demand.
mean, I don't, but I actually don't agree with that. I mean, obviously, right now,
Yeah.
but if we're doing what we say we are, if we're talking about long term,
Hmm.
if it does grow, if we do 2x the hobby, I'm not even gonna say 3x. We can say 1.5, whatever number you want to say, right? If that does happen, the supply and demand is going to shrink. It's gonna be
Yeah.
these things. And let's be real, there's not a lot of collectors that's like me that's collecting one. There's more collectors like you and in the Randys of the world that have multiple copies. If y'all hold on to those multiple copies, those things aren't going to be readily available until God knows when. So it's just one of those interesting dynamics that, yeah, right now it may seem overproduced because 152 or 91 people don't want a PSA 10 Midas because they feel like that's too much, but it's not going to always be that way.
Yeah. It's not. It's like I think the supply is still low. It's just that's how small our hobby is, right?
Yep.
Once our hobby is staying this small, but now we have multiple sets out.
Hmm.
If our hobby's not growing, those multiple sets is going to dilute it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to hate all the time.
Yeah.
Go
It's
look at our short comments, and you'll see people hating.
Yeah, and I think it's a interesting thing too that just the whole, like we say this all the time, it feels played out. But the fact that the Fortnite community that's not card collecting, that's the gaming side, the fact that what would the percentage be that knows about Fortnite cards? Just let's have fun with this. What number would you say?
I'd say point zero
Put another zero.
zero 0.03%,
Y-
point zero zero
yeah,
0.003.
yeah.
Like what is that? I mean,
It's pretty low, bro. Like, and I get what JT is saying for sure. Like, it's because me and JT agree. I think the laser is the card
yeah,
for
no,
Midas.
like I'm not saying
Yeah,
the laser. I'm not. I wasn't trying to disagree with that part because I know
yeah,
everybody's chasing the laser.
hmm,
Regardless, like if the hobby stays the way it is,
yeah,
steady, then yeah, the laser's a crazy good
yeah,
choice, right?
yeah,
Because then like the demand for that is going to outweigh the other one. Yeah, that
hmm,
makes perfect sense.
yep, yeah, for sure. Black Ashes, definitely. And then, you know, Brian, same. We talk to collectors on Instagram all the time. It really is. It is a separation of the Facebook group and then the Instagram community. It's some overlap there, but not as much as people think. And then there's even some that I would say dabble. It's some collectors that are high end collectors in football, basketball, TCGs that have under five Fortnite cards, but they're major Fortnite cards. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that is kind of like a small share, but they do have them.
So yeah, I disagree because I've asked many people.
It's
I
not. It's
most of the
really,
people
yeah.
surprisingly more people know about Fortnite cards who don't know about Fortnite. So it's the
Bingo.
card collectors that have seen Fortnite way more than the Fortnite players.
Completely agree.
And so I know there's people on Instagram. This is why we took like the eBay, right? So if you look
Hmm.
on eBay how many sellers there are, there's got to be a correlation between number of sellers and how many collectors there are. It just
Yeah.
makes sense. And based on that, there's like maybe at tops 6,000
Yeah.
at top.
Yeah. It's because like Richard, what you got to understand too on that is the stigma still there with Fortnite. So and what I realized as well, and I know you can probably attest to this,
Hmm.
people don't overtly talk about them playing Fortnite. Like
Oh no.
it's not a topic of conversation. Like people don't just gradually do that. So the chances of them extending out to collecting it, bro, wait, you're telling this I'm not collecting Fortnite. That's in their head because it's like I'm
They
already
won't
committed.
they won't admit to playing Fortnite.
Right. Right. Like,
Like even people I play with, like even to like their family makes fun of them. Like
yeah, they
people.
won't it's not a thing.
And like this happens, like you said,
Yeah.
like he said earlier, history repeats itself. This happened with Pokemon. This
Mhm.
happened with anime.
Mhm.
This happened with people who read comics. This happened with
Yep.
Marvel, with anybody who likes Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
this happened, right? But once you grow up, you don't care what those people think,
Yeah.
and then you have money.
It's like cuz like even like the so it's like it's funny because you see it in everything, but it's one of those things where you see that through time is, I would truthfully say Fortnite's the most actively hated game for people that play the game. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they play the game and they
Mhm.
hate the game. And what I mean by that is I'm just gonna do what everybody else is doing. So they get in the comment section and they'll say dead game, and they literally are still playing the game. So it's one of those things
Like
that's just it's
exactly, and, like,
crazy.
it has this, like, lots of people think that it's for kids,
Yeah.
and we've shown this before, but the
Hmm.
majority of the people who play it are not kids.
They're not.
And it's like, okay, there's a good mixture. Yeah,
Hmm.
so, I mean, why do you think they're putting, like, all these they're putting, like, Freddy wasn't that Freddy,
Uh,
what's the name? Oh my gosh. The
Jason.
yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna put Freddy Krueger in there, but they
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, they put Jason in there and all this kind of stuff. It doesn't people are silly.
It's but even look at this age thing they're rolling out. I can't think of the word. Age restriction. This age restriction they're rolling out is not because they're trying to. I think people think that they're trying to appeal to a mature audience. They're doing it because there is a mature audience,
Yeah,
and
100%.
it's overlapping with things that kids shouldn't see. And it's not from the Fortnite game, but it's from the creative side. A kid is just curious about a creative game, and it's way too inappropriate for their age. So now Fortnite's like, oh, hold on, we have this UEFN rolling out, but we have no control. So that's what's being rolled out with that, where these map creators have to follow guidelines now because it is a mature audience on there already.
See? Exactly, Richard. You see what Richard says? He said not a
Yeah,
single person he knows on a
yeah.
regular basis has seen or even knows he has Fortnite cards or a channel about Fortnite cards.
No, no. It's like even when it's like so. For instance, I don't know if you've seen it. It was a meme that was going around with Call of Duty, and my friend tagged me from high school because that was my clan, and he was like, "Got to get the squad back." And I sent him. I was like, "Bro, I only play Fortnite now." He was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yo, let me know when you want to hop on." He was like, "You wildin'." And that's all he said. He didn't even message me back. We ended up talking on the phone, but that's what it is, bro. It's not normal. It's not normal to people,
Not
and
yet,
it's
and
yeah,
it's so popular, and that's what people are missing. But like even then, you'll see it on like House of Highlights, right?
yeah.
Like they'll post all this stuff on like Fortnite, like the most randomest people, and then no one will say anything. Or you read the comments, they'll be like, "Oh, they still play that. They still play that." But you'll see people who play it; they just don't talk about it.
Hmm.
They literally just
Yep.
don't talk about it.
Yeah, Dylan can pull that up real quick.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
I
It's
for,
35 and up,
yeah, it's
35 plus.
yeah. Then it's and then to what I think it was. Hold on.
If you take into our shorts into account, it's
Oh no, I
younger
think
demographic, but
yeah,
the
yeah.
most dominant age group is 35 plus.
So what
So I was
Dylan
looking
is
at that
getting
the other
at,
day.
yeah, what Dylan is getting at. When we started rolling out and like having like a percentage focus on Fortnite shorts content, um, the the younger age demographic jumped majorly for us because we really were it was like 18 to 24, and then it was technically 30 and up if you want to go there, but once we went into the shorts, that's where that younger generation is. So yeah, you can see it right here.
So I'll take this down. So you can see this is the live, okay? So our
Yeah,
YouTube live gets 18 to 24 year olds and then 35 to 44-year olds.
yeah.
If you go to the shorts, it's kind of like a mixture.
It's
But
a
look, like
mixture.
it starts at 18,
Hmm.
right? It starts at 18 to 44.
Yep.
And then if you do all, you can see because our shorts get a lot of views.
Yeah.
That's why this is like this because our shorts get so much views. Um, but yeah, it's our main collectors are in like the 25 to 35, right?
Yeah.
And so if you think about that, you're gonna have to wait because I got
Hmm.
in it at an old age, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Old, right? Age. I started playing Fortnite when it first came out,
Hmm.
right? But that was like 5 years ago. So I was
Yeah.
already in like this 25, 24 age. I don't remember exactly,
Yep.
right? So we still have to wait for these guys to catch up here to be collectors and stuff.
and and I will say this, like it's because like when you talk to, so it's a lot of things that we attempt to do on the outside. I've had a couple conversations. Dylan's had a couple conversations with people that's outside of the collecting hobby, but they're a part of Fortnite. And the one thing, like, I'll reference one person right now. I won't say the exact website, but this is the major website, right? They have all the analytics for Fortnite, everything you can think of, right? They had no idea about the cards, which they have to do as much research as we do.
Mhm.
They have no idea about the cards. And when they found out about the cards, they were interested, but it was it was so foreign to them because everybody's not a collector. That's another thing that we have to factor in. But as time goes on, the interest and when people start going back to, because the nostalgia hasn't hit for the age demographic we're talking about yet. It's hit because Fortnite's like an evergreen thing, so you kind of constantly get these nostalgic hits, but they
Mhm.
haven't felt true nostalgia where you've completely shifted into a different form of life. Once you graduate college, that's a graduate college, or once you go into your business endeavors as a young age and you have all that stress on your plate, you need something to kind of relieve that. And that's where collecting and things like that and extended hobbies come into play.
What is your channel about, Phantom? Is it Fortnite? Because god
Yeah.
dang, that's a lot of views, my friend.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's amazing. 35 to 44 too. That's amazing. And I think that's the thing. I think the the hobby growing, the content growing in these different sectors. And so, like, to be honest, now you have, like, you have West Drum that's doing the breaks. You have Epic Vault that does like these and this deep analytic type content, right? And then
Mhm.
you have Richard that has Tuesdays. Then we're here on Fridays, and then we have content in between. But you have Inky Bro, you have Fortnite Fandom, you have, I don't want to leave nobody out. I shouldn't probably started naming names, but but I just
He's
want to
gonna
give
start going
credit.
down the
Yeah,
list,
yeah, I just want to give credit where credit is due.
and then you're just not gonna name one person, and then
Yeah, I know. And then, like, you even have the people that's actually playing the game, like Randy, and then the thing that Randy do that's crazy, he'll be in a full competition and then he's ripping a pack. That's epic. Like, that's
so
dope, bro. Like,
I
it's
sent I
insane.
sent this to Randy, right?
Yeah,
And if you guys play poker, y'all might appreciate this. It was a poker match. They were in a tournament, right?
yeah.
Playing poker in a live setting in a tournament. It was being videographed, right?
Thank you, God.
Videographed, is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah.
That's how you say that? All right, not videotaped, right? So he's at the poker table. I think it's final table. I think they're playing for like 1.2
Oh, I know
million
what
or
you're talking
something.
about. I know what you're talking about.
And
Yeah.
this dude pulls out I don't know what box of cards it was, right? It was basketball. And I don't
Very
know if it was like
expensive.
I know it was expensive. What was it? It was a I don't know
It
if it
was up
was
there. I
yeah,
wouldn't say it was.
it's one of the expensive ones. I'm not gonna name because I
Yeah,
don't know which one it was, right? And he was looking for like an auto, or he's looking for like a Lamelo or whatever. So he says, "I'm gonna use my time extensions," and he starts, which means that he can take longer on the hand.
yeah,
So mid game, he basically pauses the whole poker tournament, puts his time extensions, and starts ripping packs.
yeah,
And everybody had to watch him rip packs, and he was
yeah,
sweating it himself. I was dying. It was
yeah.
so funny. I said, "That's what we need." That
Yeah.
my two favorite hobbies in one. Can we do cards and
Mix it
cards? Let's
together.
do it.
No, that is dope. And thank you, y'all. I appreciate that because that would have been a disservice if I did not name Eduardo, because Eduardo is one of the first. That's where I got my first crystal shards from in a very high market. That's where I seen way too many Black Knights. I did a live with Eduardo when he got all of his Black Knights back from PSA. And yeah, Eduardo also did that one with Shardnock where Shardnock actually went to Eduardo and they did that major trade for the BK10. So Eduardo has amazing content that when you look back 5 years from now is gonna be pretty great to see. But yeah, Dylan is gonna pull out the poker table and he's gonna turn the camera around and he's gonna get some people over and he's gonna mix it up with Fortnite. He gonna have
I wish
Wildcard
I
could be the
was ripping
mascot,
still.
bro. Wildcard could be the mascot.
Wild card could be the mascot. I'll be all down. Yeah, he pulled a redemption. That's right.
Yeah,
That was crazy. That was
yeah, that was
crazy.
nuts. That was nuts.
Like that's what we need. That's what we need to see. Like at the freaking FNCS. So like,
Yeah,
they come. What are you doing? You just won this game. And he's like,
yep,
open up some Fortnite cards.
yeah.
That's what we should have done.
N-
The next
Well,
FNCS. This is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna reach out to every single contestant,
hmm,
and we're gonna give them a pack.
yep.
And if they say if you win a game and it comes on you, can you open this pack?
Well,
I don't know what we got to do to get them to do that, but that would be like the sponsorship. You do that, we'll sponsor you.
yeah, and the thing is, we were very underprepared. It was very new. Like, this wasn't like, I mean, you could assume what your first national will be like because it's so much content on the national.
Mhm.
This the FNCS, we had no idea what to expect. And we gave tons of cards away, all those things. We said that. But to Dylan's point, we'll be prepared. Soon as I know they're gonna announce it in January. Soon as they announce it in January, where it's gonna be, and if it's in the States, yo, locked and loaded.
You know it's gonna be in
Lock,
the States. I'm
locked and
going.
locked and loaded. Like it's immediate and it's gonna be preparation from there. That is Fortnite's national, and then we have the actual national. So that's kind of a mix that we get that mixed bag. But those are the type of things for like so if the hobby grows naturally, it's gonna be from things like that. So if it's in the States again, right? It was three of us there.
Mhm.
It should be at least bare minimum this time, 10 to 12. And then it
And
should just grow gradually from there.
this is what we should do, and maybe we will do this
Yeah.
because yeah, handing out cards is cool,
Mhm.
but it's not as cool as opening packs.
Not even close.
So
The
this is
first
what
pack.
we should do. If you guys want to donate to the show,
Yeah.
we should start collecting packs. Any packs
Mhm.
you don't want, and then when we go to the next live event, we're gonna be in line
Abundance.
handing them out as
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
if it's on the West Coast, man. I'll swim there. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh no,
I'm going.
West Coast. That's perfect. That's to be honest. Like I said,
West Coast is
I
perfect. I mean,
I
it's more
dropped the I
expensive, but
dropped the ball on my end because I technically could have went to Denmark, but I just placed it out of my head because we just came back from a national. We were planning to do the national, and then I'm like, oh dang! As soon as I get back, I know I was out of town for a whole nother week after the national. I'm like, this is just way too much. But if it's the West Coast, that we are there and we are going to be completely prepared.
yeah, if it's in the US, we'll be there. But I think that would be great if we can do some packs.
Yeah,
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 that'd be fun. Get them
Be-
ripping, and like
because
I don't mean like expensive packs, but
no, yeah, yeah.
just get
Just
them
open
into
that
it.
pack. Yeah. And it's like even like I think about a situation like my favorite thing that I did, Randy has a card now, but there's a streamer. Matter of fact, I don't know if she has earnings yet. I think she does, but Somerset is technically a pro. But her and Clicks had this thing back and forth for the past couple years. I don't think they
They've
do it
been milking
anymore.
that.
Yeah,
They've
but
been milking that on YouTube
yeah,
so freaking hard.
yeah. So what I did was I took Click Skin Spark Plug. I took a hollow and I made her sign that one. As soon as she seen the card, she starts cracking up. Even her dad starts cracking up behind her because he sees the card and he's like, "Yo!"
Mhm.
And it was just a funny moment because when they know that you actually know them and know their content, it just takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I remember I have a Somerset Auto that I didn't give Black
Yeah,
Ash because it got smudged.
yeah, yeah,
Like hers is the one that got like all the cards went on it and it smudged it, and so now it's
yeah,
just like a big gray like sploosh.
yeah.
Oh
No,
man,
but
dang!
it's
Now I want to go to the freaking event again.
bro. Listen, because it was we did like it was like it's not it was so crazy because we were sitting down and if y'all don't know Black Ash is motivated. Me and Dylan chilling, we talking to
Yeah, he
we
is
t-
motivated.
we talking to Doncic. Doncic is not in here tonight, but that's the young OG that we met there and he's making content. But Dylan gave him a focus. I gave him like a handful of Optichromes and
Focus crystal cracked ice.
cracked ice. And we're sitting there just talking to him and his mom and then Black Ash just disappears. And then he comes back with like 8 autos, and he's like, "Bro!" And so we have to get up and now we're going.
No,
So
but
yeah,
no,
it was crazy.
because he be chill with it, but he be sly too, because he like,
Yeah,
yo, Dylan, watch my seat for me so I don't taste it. I was like, yeah, all right. Can you hold this? I was like, yeah, I'll hold this. Yeah, all right, eat this
yeah,
too. Hey, hold this spot. I was like, okay. And he comes back with all these autos. I was like, can you hold this? Can you?
yeah,
I can you
man.
hold my spot for a second?
Listen, then and then we're gonna have to find a place to get another basketball game in. We're gonna do that at the national, but we might have to get it for there
Oh
too. So
man,
so that is what it is.
I
Man,
have I have to win at something. I can't win
man,
a giveaway to save my life. I can't win a Fortnite match to save my life.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to win a basketball next time we play. I
yo,
have to.
no, that's
And then
yeah,
we're gonna have to film it so that
yeah, yeah. No, we got to
this is the
film it.
only living proof.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I can get back in. I got a competition next weekend. So after this competition, I can go back to playing basketball. But so that'll be different.
Yo, Colton wants to know if we're gonna be showing the recent pickups.
Oh yeah, we got it. We got
He's
it. We got it
itching to
loaded.
see what the market's doing right now.
Yeah, we got it loaded. So let's get to that. And then we have something to talk about with that as well. So
Oh my gosh, I can see it already.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Look
skip that
at
one. I'm gonna
that.
I'm gonna skip that one
Wait
first.
a minute. Oh my
I'm gonna skip that
goodness.
one. I'm gonna go back to that one after we
That
start
one
hitting.
made me that one hurt.
Yeah.
Ow.
So so Flow came in, and once again, you can't go wrong with Series 2, man, especially you know, things that's very undervalued right now. I won't say undervalued. I'll say that's easily accessible that won't always be
I like
easily
that because
accessible.
everything's kind of undervalued
Yeah,
in our
yeah,
minds as collectors.
right.
But like the hollows are very easily
Yeah.
accessible. I think that's a good word.
So they're easily accessible, don't mean they'll always be. And so these are obviously great pickups. I'll go one more over first and
Now
then spent
I've seen
yeah,
this one. This thing looks clean.
it looks clean,
He
right?
sent me. I zoomed in on the pictures. It looks clean.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you
man,
crack it? Did
reloaded
you
is hard, man. Like it's not just
and
PSA.
but it goes to what you said, Dylan. Look what got a 9 though. The Surface got a 9. I can't tell
The edges got so everything. It got two 9.5s. The corners got 9.5s, and the centering got 9.5, which I
yeah,
thought BGS would have been like picky on. But
yeah,
the edges got
it
8.5, and the surface got
and a
9.
9.
It's
Yep.
very hard to see what's wrong with the surface of your reloaded cards. You
Yeah.
literally have to look at them.
Mhm.
So, like, when you're looking at a reloaded card, you look at the corners first, because, like, hey, if in that sharp corners, you're not getting a 10. All
Yeah.
right. And then you have to make sure there's no surface, like like the whitings, those edges
Mhm.
and stuff. Gotta make sure that's clean. Then look at the surface.
Yeah.
It's getting destroyed on the surface, and it's hard to see, like bubbles and all these
Yeah.
other things. It's just hard because the paper is really not that great paper.
Yeah.
It's not even laminated. I don't know what
And
it is.
and people are this is what I love about the Renegade Reloaded. Me personally, people are actually trying. Like this is not like a okay, I'm gonna send in a whole bunch of base cards and let's see how many tens I get or something. They're sending it in with like absolute small hopes of getting a 10, but just hoping they get one or just pull off a 10. And they honestly know more than likely they won't. That's how hard it is. And they can have a good grading on it. You know what I mean? It's just that's what the Renegade offers. So
I
that
have a feeling somebody's gonna get lucky and get like 5 of them.
oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Like
That's
somebody
gonna be
has to,
crazy.
right? Someone has to get lucky to get more than one. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but
Now, I think this was it's funny because I think this was Finn that said this. You know, Lane is saying it's a clean card. You said it was a clean card. I think this is the card he was talking about that he was gonna send in and it's super clean. So he wasn't wrong. It just, it just didn't pull it off. I don't know. Maybe he should
for someone
I don't know
who's
what he should do.
more experienced than I am, how often does a BGS 9 go to a PSA 10?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I like that one.
I mean, I'm sure someone has that data. Too bad we don't have Mr. PSA himself on the podcast tonight.
Sharp.
Yeah, maybe he would know because I'm sure he's
Yeah,
resubbed to BGS before.
yeah.
I feel like that's something he would do.
Oh, for sure. Maybe, yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure he did at least once, right?
Had to.
Look at no Lane. I love this. I say this more than I think I say this term more than anybody in the hobby. But he said he gave up on Reloaded. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Pun intended. Yeah, I say I'm gonna stay in my lane all the time. That is like one of my favorite things because I have this like 2 day moment where I'm like, yo, I'm going for this. I'm locking in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm chilling out, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just stay. I'm gonna just stay in my
See,
lane.
I find that funny. Because like I remember people were saying, I'm not collecting cracked dice. I'm just gonna stay in my lane with the hollows. But then prices dipped, and everyone's like,
There you go.
I might dip into that,
There you
And
go.
so like
Yep.
you be careful with those words.
Yeah, and it's Dylan's right because I've you know the best term is I'm gonna stay in my lane for right now because those opportunities definitely do come up because like I said, like when it comes to upgrading some crystal shards that I would like in a 10, that's what I mean. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna enjoy these nines right now because them tens is just hitting a little different. But you never know what will happen.
I'm gonna be very excited. I'm not subbing anything right now, so like
That's
I'm kind of like itching. Like I want to get a PSA 10 Renegade Raider again before
oh
anybody else because I want to double it up. I want to be the one who gets the second one, but I'm not subbing anything right now, so I'm kind of
mhm.
nervous. Like who's gonna do it before me?
Yeah, yeah. So, Lane, I like that you said this, but JL said he got 16 locked and loaded, so can't wait for that.
Yeah, he already sent more in too, so like
Yeah,
that's like 30.
that's yeah. So Lane said the thing is what Reloaded is that kills him is that there's no parallels. There's all base, right? So what's unique about this is that's equivalent to lumping up every parallel in the series one, series two, and series three, and then showing that that number could possibly be for Renegade. That can be like 500 cards graded total and only like five PSA 10s, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't kill me that much that there's no parallels. I mean, I would be great if there was, but there's so many cards in this set, right?
Hmm.
Like there's a crap ton of cards.
Yeah.
And like I don't Michael Jordan's rookie card, did it have a parallel in
No.
his rookie set?
No. Not the 86 flare
And
you talking about?
yeah,
No.
and is worth crap
But
ton, right?
this is what Renegade reminds me of when it comes to just a standard base card. It has like this
Exactly.
vintage look. It fits
It's
what
not that
Renegade
hard. Like
is.
it's not like it's that hard to pull,
Yeah.
right? And also, we don't know how many boxes of Reloaded are out there, how much got destroyed, and how much. I mean, the paper quality is not great, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how long they will withstand. Like, I don't even know if you try to grade these in the future. Like, I don't know if it's worth keeping sealed.
Right.
Like, I don't know
Right.
how well they'll stand up in time.
It's it's interesting because it's kind of fun with Renegade's reloaded card because it kind of plays against what she is in the game, but it plays to it as well. Technically, she was readily available for anybody that was playing at that time to get it, but so many people passed on the skin at that time. Like if you go back and watch lives and videos from that time, people were like, I'm not really gonna, put money in this, or they didn't buy this skin. And then
Hmm.
they'll react to it from back in the day, and they'll be like, bro, what was I thinking? And it's kind of one of those moments with Reloaded. Reloaded is readily available, but it's kind of a different focus.
This is going to be an interesting skin that we're going to be talking about over the next month, I think. With
Yeah,
Chapter 1 coming back,
yeah.
it'll be interesting to see. I have already said this. I'm going to be rocking my Blue Squire for the whole season.
Ha ha ha. That's funny. Yeah.
So, how many Renegade Raiders am I going to be seeing for Chapter 1?
Oh, you gotta flex that. Like
Yeah.
that is a flex that if you don't take advantage of that as an OG, you're
Hmm.
doing a disservice. You need to actually trade your skin for the dollars in V bucks because that's if you don't flex during this month, you're not doing it right. It's
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
you got to do it. You got to. You know.
I feel like it's just right, and I'm not trying to convince you, Lane. I'm
No,
just talking
yeah,
about the card because like I have a 9.5. I don't have a PSA 10, so there's nothing for me to gain from this.
yeah,
Um, I just know so many younger kids and I don't know, like 20-year-olds, they like Renegade Raider or they know how infamous it is. If you ask anybody, they want that skin. Especially the younger kids who play Fortnite like a lot.
yeah,
They weren't here for 2017. They were
yep,
not old enough.
yeah.
So that generation right now loves Renegade Raider. Like they wish they had it. They have the FOMO because they missed out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I like that, Brian. I don't know my lane yet, I guess. I like that. No, that's so let's see what else is on this. Let's see what else
Real,
is
real,
on
real
this
quick,
list.
while you're
Go ahead.
going, what do they
Yeah.
sell for? I mean, you'd have to ask Wayne because Wayne has been buying them all up, and like
Mm-hmm.
he's been giving people generous prices for them, right? So like,
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about from like a resale value. It's just it'd be a really cool card to have in your collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Wayne knows.
Only Wayne
Wayne's been
knows.
buying up every single Renegade Raider. He bought all of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
He's did that to a couple people too.
and yeah, and it's not it's so if you don't want to collect it, don't collect it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
talking about like resale value here. I just think it'll be a cool collector's item if you can get a 10 in the future. I don't think there's gonna be
Mm,
very many. That's all.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, go to
for
the next
sure.
one.
Yeah. So that's definitely true. So let's go back to this one
Oh
right here.
my gosh.
So this collector wanted to stay anonymous. This collector wanted to stay anonymous. He didn't tell me why, but I can assume that from these, it gets a little hot when they see these on THG. It could get a little hot. The questions that come through. But me and
I
Dylan,
sold
and
that? I
yes,
sold that
I
card?
traded it. I traded it, bro. So
I sold that PSA 10? Why?
yeah. So listen. Here's the thing, bro. This card hurts to see because me and Dylan did the same thing. I mean, obviously different ways. I traded mine. Dylan sold his. This card when I had it in hand was the most beautiful card that I seen. Period, bro. Like it is just to see this card. Congratulations to the collector. You can't beat this in a BGS 9. Man, it's dope. It's dope, bro.
God dang. I don't know, it's the lighting, but I'm tearing up. That card is
Man, the
beautiful.
card is and this is one of the things that's about Dark Bomber for me. She's actually very nostalgic to me and to everybody else, let's be real. But the fact that she was the transition, she started the whole like she was the first one that reacted to the cube.
Mhm.
This is everything that the storyline built into, like the high surge of it. So yeah, man, shout out to Dark Bomber. Shout out to the collector. Uh, and shout out to you staying anonymous. I actually like that. That's kind of dope, you know. But yeah. So
Real
let's
real
see. Yeah, go to it. Go to it,
real
Dylan. I
real
see what you're
quick,
looking up.
I wanna see if this is this even the is this it? I was gonna pull it up. I'll have to find it.
All right, yeah, I'll let you find it. That yeah, it really is. It really is. The card is top tier. Um, Bradley came in with man, a PSA 10 Optichrome of Crystal. If y'all never seen Crystal Optichrome in person, it's amazing because she has so much detail. Like the ones that have masks or they have glasses or black, and it's like a lot of detail in their costume or outfit. The card just pops so well, man. Like that's why we always talk about like the Ultimate Knights and stuff like that and Ice Kings. But a Crystal PSA 10 is no joke for sure. So shout out to you for that one. Oh yeah, you got it. You
No,
looking for
not
it still?
yet.
All
Yeah, I'm
right.
still looking for it.
Dirty Dan, no, Dirty Dan come through. First of all, those CGC slabs look amazing. The new ones I'm talking about. I really do like those slabs. The Skull Trooper, Dark Bomber, that's a crazy combination. Blue Squire, Dylan was just talking about that skin. So yeah, these are great pickups right here as well. West Drum, yo, West Drum is on a tangent. This is freaking nuts. So if y'all don't know, this is all USA crystal shards, and West Drum has amassed a great collection. Uh, it looks amazing too. So I legit don't think you can see Bullseye without seeing West Drum at this point. Like I think it's pretty cemented. So shout out to that. Ha, that was Bradley's.
Yeah, freaking Weststrom's car that
Yeah,
collection is crazy.
yeah, that collection is insane, bro. That collection is insane. I don't know, man. I don't know who Dark Bomber that was. I have no idea.
Man, that is crazy that I can't find that video. Oh well. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna keep looking.
So Kim V come through. Reloaded cards, obviously Pilly. That looks like a sharp Pilly too, but you know, you never can really tell, but it does look clean. But also you got the moving cards in there. You got Omega. Shout out to Omega. I know how I feel about that. World Warrior, and then you have the loading screens in there. Man, this is great pickups. And then I can't forget Still Sight. If y'all don't know, Still Sight is probably top three PC card for me for Series 3, along with Terra and Bandolier, however you say his name. I just say Bando. But yeah, so this is a dope pickup for sure. Dang, Dylan, you see this? So
I,
MC comes through, and Dylan was high on this one as well. What was that? We talked about this like 2 years ago
how
now.
many did you get?
12. 12. So look at his face. Yeah, this is a
Do you,
great pickup, MC.
do you know how hard it was for me to find those?
They were scarce for a minute.
They were scarce, so you could not find them. I don't know if you can if they're still on there now. That's
Yeah.
12 of them. I mean, that's pretty good price. Yeah,
Oh
that's a pretty
man.
good price.
Rachel, they have been on a tangent. The Drew Hill autos. Um, I mean, what is it? Most of them one PSA 10, two PSA 10, three PSA 10s
Hey,
and two PSA 9 hollows.
Drew
Man,
Hill just did a custom character for somebody.
did he?
Yeah, just letting you know.
Mm, that's good information. I like that. Okay. Okay. That's dope. Dang.
But I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah. I know exactly what you're getting at. Yeah, that's interesting. Um, Also, this Frozen. So if you go all the way back to when Series 3 first came out, we were talking about the Frozen set, and even though it's not a subset because it's not numbered different, it feels like one. And I love that they're doing this collection this way because I said if anything, we should probably do this and try to get the highest grades as possible or just get them all. Obviously, we feel Series 3 is readily available, but they haven't completed the collection yet. So it's some intricacies to this, but I love seeing this. I love seeing the lasers, the cracked ice, and even the hollows together, especially because the hollows have the snowflakes in the back that you can kind
So
of see.
they're
So
trying
it's
to get
dope.
every single frozen card.
Yeah.
That has to be difficult because I remember, like, even getting all the base was a little hard,
Hmm.
from what I remember from ripping. Like, I don't even think I completed all the frozen when I did my base set when it first
Oh,
came
you
out.
did? Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember,
That
but I feel like it was kinda hard. So completing that is actually kinda difficult.
yeah, for sure.
That's kinda
Dang man.
crazy, and all that blue?
All that blue, bro, it hits. You know how I feel about this. We won't say it yet, but you know how I feel about this when it comes to that colors together like that.
Man,
It
that's kind of interesting like that.
yeah, it gives me the '90s vibe where the backgrounds was all the same color, but it's different characters, different players and characters if you think about Marvel as well. But man, this is amazing. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They also have more pickups. Uh, Triceratops, man, that card is beautiful. And then Rabbit Raider. I lightened up on Rabbit Raider a little bit, so I'm not as mad to see this card. It's been enough time. As time passed, you kind of let things go. So I'm cool with Rabbit Raider for right now. We'll see how that lasts going into the OG season. Maybe somebody might pull them out and bring some nightmares back. But you also is Dylan. Is this Brazil or Italy? Call it
Which one?
the
All of
ones on
them?
the right. Yeah, all of them. They may not be the
Um,
same, but what do you feel?
I feel like those are Brazil. I
Yeah,
could be wrong though.
the two on the left, like left as in top bottom, looks like Brazil. And
The
but
the
then
top right looks Brazil to me.
the top right looks Brazil to you? Yeah,
Yeah,
this looks a little.
but I could
I'm a
be
little
wrong.
Black Ash says Italy. The right looks like Italy to me. The left looks like Brazil, but maybe you can
Do
let
you have
us
the
know.
answer?
No, I don't have the answer. That's why I was asking. I can't tell because I was gonna say Italy, but I wasn't sure.
And you guys say Italy like y'all know. I said I think.
Everybody said
But
Italy. Let's go. The
I hope
right,
I'm right. You know what? You gotta reach out now because I wanna know.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
was this in the
Yeah,
Facebook
the
group?
Facebook group. Yep.
If you're
They met.
watching, send us a message so I can
This
prove
is
all these guys wrong.
This is Rachel's, so we can definitely see that.
I think it's Brazil.
That's
I'm just kidding. Oh,
wait,
he opened it live. Okay.
yeah,
It's Italy
okay.
then, I bet. I bet you it's
Wait,
Italy. It
this
looks
is
Italy to me.
hold on. Okay, got you.
It looks
Oh yeah,
Italy to me now.
that was okay. That was Brian's. Okay, yeah. Uh, Brian. So Brian also got. I think this is the series. No, is this series? I can't remember which one this was. Brian, can you let me know? Uh, which hobby boxes this was? I think it was series two or I think it was two. I don't know for sure. But also Infiltrator. Infiltrator is a clean card with that yellow. I always forget her name. You got this one?
Remedy.
Remedy? Okay, perfect. I know that Toxin
Remedy
is
and
her
Toxin, yeah.
Toxin, yeah, Toxin.
Because
I
they kind
always
of go
want
like hand in hand.
yeah, because they're the like alter
Yeah,
egos. But
yeah,
I
they
like
go hand
Toxin.
tight.
I like Toxin better. I like Toxin better, but yeah, I like these cards.
I don't think I've ever worn either of them.
No, I definitely
I
did.
have
But
them, but I don't think I've ever worn them.
so yes, so that is. I thought so. Series two hobby box case. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's some good
I'm
Opticoms in
gonna
there.
have to start buying some like boxes of cards so we can get packs to hand out at the next
Yeah,
national.
because that's something we definitely have to do. And
See, I
collectible.
saw this. This just looks so clean.
I know
Don't get me
Dylan
back
loved
on
this.
SGC,
I know
guys.
I know
Don't,
Dylan loved this, and I
don't get me
can't
back.
lie, they
The
do look
blues and
good.
the greens.
Yeah, they do look good. They do. They look really good. Top tier cards right here. I mean, across the board, you have Crystal, you have Eight Ball, you have Lynx, you have Hush, you have Ice Queen,
They
and
need
then
to
you even
add
have
Gold Trooper in
Singularity.
there.
Yeah, that is
Like
beautiful.
complete that. The blues and
Man,
greens.
man, but I'm not lying. I really do like the series two cracked ice a lot. Like a lot. I think it has, even though it's not better than the series two USA cracked ice in my opinion, I think they have something to offer for sure. I think the way they overlay gives me a little bit of feeling of the series one shard. So I like them a lot. I really do.
I appreciate
Oh,
that. I appreciate
free
it, Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, if anybody wants to send blues packs or anything that they don't want or that they're willing to give for the next event, I think we are gonna definitely do that. So if y'all send packs, we can and it doesn't have to be now. We can wait till like the event gets announced and stuff,
Yeah.
so we can hand these out to people. I think that'll be fun.
So I almost forgot. Brian did send us a packaging. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
this is personally for us, I believe. And let's see what's in this. I'm glad that happened. I completely forgot. Brian, it did come in. It came in. I got home around 6 and I seen this. If I can get this out. Great packaging, by the way. But I'm gonna go to the next one. Then you can talk.
Oh, why are you doing that?
Yep.
I can go ahead and move it to the
Yeah.
next one. Oh my
You can talk.
gosh,
Bobby came through,
Bobby.
bro.
I like it with the SGC, man. Look at those nines.
Bro, it's crazy,
No
right?
9.5?
Man,
Where's mine?
you got to
Mine
show yours,
there?
bro.
Oh, mine's on the wall. Ugh. Oh man. I don't know if it's the yellow or what, but it's different in
It does.
SGC.
It does. Dang, bro. That's a good pickup. Now Dylan. He starts off with this, right? And
Yeah.
then then it just hits another level.
So you
It's,
didn't get any. Oh my goodness. Wait. Can we go back? Can we look at the color
yes,
difference here?
go
So we
ahead.
have base cards, which looks sweet. The yellow and the black look sweet, and then bam with the freaking shiny cards. You got a
Man,
10 Lux. You got a Skull Trooper.
it's
Jeez,
crazy,
and
bro.
Red Jade. Too bad that's an 8. Wow. But you got the 10 Spider. Man, the freaking Spider Knight lady, Arachnid or whatever her name is,
Yeah,
she looks fire on the card.
she does. First of all, I actually like the skin as well. I'm being honest. I like the skin. I didn't
I don't
really.
know if I've ever actually looked at it in game.
It's a good skin, bro. It's obviously not bulky, and
It's not
she's a good
bulky.
skin. No, it's a good skin. It really is, and she has that.
It's a legendary, so it costs 2,000 V bucks.
She has the corrupt model as well, and you can make it all white. That drain hits crazy. I love that skin actually.
I feel like the 2,000 V bucks holds a lot of skins
It
back.
does. It definitely does.
I'm gonna have to look her up and see what she looks like here. I mean, she's a little bulky.
Bulkier than usual,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But not bad, not bad. Actually, she's kind of tight from behind. Not tight like that, you know what I mean.
That is a wild statement, bro.
My
What? Wait,
I just had to make sure that like I was being PG here. I was just saying she looks cool from behind,
but
As you gonna be playing from
Richard,
her.
Richard, you can't say pause with that.
Yeah, you
That's not
can't
a
say
pause.
pause with that.
No, that's not a
That's
pause.
that's not a
Yeah,
pause.
that's not a pause.
That's a rewind, play again.
Yeah, that's not a pause for sure.
Anyway, that's a fight. Do we have any more, or is that it? Is
No,
that it?
we have more,
We
but
have
we're gonna
more?
wait 1 second. 1 second. So we're gonna show what
Oh,
Brian sent us. Brian sent me. This is actually major. So he sent me the ready to jump Omega. This helps
ooh,
me down the
nice.
road. This is a PSA 9. I blurred my. You see, I got to focus on my face.
Oh,
I
I
can't
see, I
get too
see.
close. But
They do
but
look
yeah.
clean as slabs, man.
But this one is yours, bro.
Which
This
one's
one is
mine?
this next one.
Oh my
You
gosh. Oh
gotta
wait,
you
wait, I'm
get
excited.
you get welcome to the club. This is a PSA 9 Ice King
Okay,
Hollow for you.
let's go.
So
I'll take it. Let's go. Another
yeah,
blue for
that's
my collection.
so now you gotta build the collection up. Shout out to
Well,
you
I've been
for
looking at
sure.
Ice King a lot because of his appearance in the comics,
Yeah.
and I have so many links now, and
Hmm.
I have no Ice Kings, no Ice Queens, or anything like that. So, and we're actually working on something for High Ground,
Yeah.
which I can't tell you
I
guys
gotta be
yet,
ready. Yeah, I gotta be
but
ready.
y'all better be ready. We're working on something crazy for
Bro,
FortniteCards.com.
this is gonna be lit because we're not gonna hype it up without saying anything. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've been
yes,
building this, and I hope it works.
yeah.
I'm trying my best.
So pretty much what happened is
That's
me and
gonna
Dylan,
and that's gonna
yeah,
look
yeah.
that's gonna make me want to do some things.
We
I
kind of
appreciate you, Brian. Thank you, man.
me and Dylan kind of put our heads together with this one for sure. Like what Dylan is building out on the website, and then the, I had this heavy conviction of this thing, and we put this together like this, bro. This is gonna be so amazing for the hobby. Y'all gonna enjoy this. It should be coming.
Honestly, thank
It
you so
definitely,
much,
yeah.
Brian. I really appreciate it. It'll go in my collection. Thank you.
Yo,
Pop one, none higher. That's
bro,
crazy.
Brian, it was crazy about the Omega is these is kind of the things like as you're building that international set in the full set of a skin, these are the aggravating ones. Like the lower because it's not a lot graded. So like you said, it's pop one because it's not higher, and then I'm like, okay, do I have to send these in to get graded? So you cut some slack for me for sure with this.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
that reminds me, before we go back to, like, the pickups, guys,
Yeah.
so we're doing the Fortnite card draft. We talked about this last week, but I'm gonna throw this up here again, okay?
Yes. Yes.
We have enough people who have signed up, but we're not everyone's gonna get to compete. We're gonna do a random drawing to see who competes. So if you
Yeah.
want to be entered into the list, what is it? So next Friday we're gonna do the drawing. All right,
Yes.
because it goes live on 11/10. Okay, November 10th is when we're
Yep.
doing it. And it's going to be 8 contestants coming on our show live to do the draft. You can see the old one, see kind of how it was. This one's going to be much better, much more exciting because we have rules,
Yeah.
plans, and there's going to be a winner. All
Yeah.
right. So come here and sign up. It's all thanks to Richard. He's the one who helped put this together. So, yeah, please sign up so we can do it. I think we have like 15 entries right now.
Which is
So,
really
like,
good.
8 people are going to be in the running.
Yeah.
So, if you want to fill out, just go to fortnitecards.com and just hit draft at the top to fill
Y'all
that
need
out.
to, y'all gotta be prepared for this one, y'all. You gotta be
It's gonna be
prepared.
fun. It's gonna be exciting. We
Yeah.
thought through all the rules and everything. We already
Hmm.
know the theme. You
Yep.
better bring your A game.
For
I
sure.
haven't figured out the prize yet, but we'll figure something
We'll
out.
figure. We'll figure it out. That's
I
yeah.
should have
This
mentioned that
is
at the beginning of the episode, but hey, it's all
no.
right.
It's perfect. We got we'll figure it out. But getting back to this because this is sparking a lot of ideas in my mind. I'm not gonna lie, but do you see that Lux, bro? Oh my gosh,
Yeah, I
that
saw
thing
the
looks like
looks.
oh man, that
That's
thing.
how I felt when I saw the Dark Bomber. I was like, dang, that
But
Dark Bomber looks nice.
even the Skull Trooper, bro. Y'all know that's my next number one chase. Skull Trooper is number one as of this moment, based off of what I have in my collection. Uh, yeah, man, that's a beautiful
I
card
used
right
to
there.
have a Skull Trooper Italy Cracked Ice PSA 10
I
or
remember you got that
SBC
for a
10.
steal.
I got it for steel, and then I sold it, and like I didn't. People talk about like Italy, like I missed the Italy cards I sold.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, I'm not selling this Gold Trooper. 'Cause I'll miss it. So like, let's
Hmm.
shout out to like the Italy cards too. Like I want that. Like that looks
Yeah,
amazing. But at the same time, like I miss my Gold Trooper Italy one I had too.
yeah. So this is like a block in this, right? Because this is actually the order it happened. So I know he doesn't mind this. This is Bijanar, right? He said this is the first time he hasn't picked up Fortnite cards. That's what he's getting at. He said the reason is a combination of chase cards that are hard to find and people asking for way too much for even base cards. And then this collector came back, and this is now, mind you, this is a collector that has top tier cards and stuff like that. So he's chasing these bigger cards and grading and all this. And he says, agree seeing separation between chase cards and the not so desired ones big time. Still impossible to find a lot of those chase cards. So he's agreeing with them, but he's also strategic. So what do you feel about this in totality? Like, what do you feel about this comment?
So I've had this opinion for a long time now,
Hmm.
and the opinion is that there is no comps for Fortnite cards.
I like that.
You have to make your own decision. It's not like any other hobby. Yes, like Midas, like you can see like there's 90 PSA 10s now, right?
Hmm.
And you can be like JT and be like, there's too much there, right? And that's
Hmm.
why the prices come down, right? But for the most part, even that's you buy what you want to buy because you don't know when it's going to shoot back up. You don't
Yeah,
know when it's going to go down further. Nobody
yeah.
knows. There are no comps. The way that Fortnite is built and designed in the trading card world is there are so many different hard to find things.
Hmm.
And then there's people who want to collect those. There's not enough for everybody.
Yeah.
There's not because you've got like Black Ash who will get like multiples of things. You have me. At one point, I had the most auras. I
Hmm.
definitely don't now. I wish I
Yeah.
did. Right. But then you've got people like Wayne. Like, is anybody touching Wayne's Renegade collection now? No.
Hmm.
And that's like one of the easiest cards to get, and people probably can't catch up. Then you got like Peelies. So like Wayne collects Peelies, and he has a whole bunch of base. He's not selling
Hmm.
those base. Why? Why would he sell them? I have
Yeah.
Gold Trooper bases I'm not selling.
Hmm.
So it's just hard. It's like at the money, you have to be able to pay what makes it worth for that person to sell.
100%.
And
100%.
it's just there's not enough supply for like the market to determine the price.
Yeah.
It's the seller that determines the price right now.
I I also, to your point, I also think it's a good amount of collectors that has to be comfortable with if you walk away from like if y'all can't agree on a deal or a price, right? If you end up walking away, you have to be okay that you decided to walk away. It doesn't make the other collector wrong or right. It just means that y'all couldn't agree on a price. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we know when a card is high. Like so just hypothetically speaking, if somebody wanted 40,000 for Hilly right now in a PSA 10, we know that it's never touched that number, right? So
Mhm.
you use your judgment, be like, all right, that's ridiculous. Keep it moving. But
But you
people
can't be
have the
mad.
you
You
can't
can't
be
be
mad.
mad
You can't be mad. You just have to walk
because,
away. It's
like what Phantom said here, it's a
mhm.
collector's market. You're trying to buy from collectors.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
when you're trying to buy from collectors, not flippers,
yeah,
who are like they're looking at it through the eyes of I have a goal
mhm,
or I love this. That's a
yeah,
collector. They either have a goal or they love this. And if you're not putting enough money to offset those two things,
mhm,
it's not going to work. The market, they don't care.
yeah.
They're not going to care. Like I don't care what Aura is selling for,
You know, 100%. Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I'm not going to sell my PSA 10 Aura right now. Like, I'm not selling that for something that's like the market's going for. I don't
Be-
care because that's not it doesn't fit
yeah,
my goal or my love for the card.
yeah.
So like Phantom's correct. It's like collector's market right now, and this can be great for a buyer or it can be hard for a
It
buyer.
can be a nightmare. It can be a
Yeah.
nightmare. It's those things like it's everybody's different as well. So for instance, let's just go with the way your collection was, right? When you had a whole bunch of auras, why do you have less auras right now? Because you had leverage for situations. You had enough
Yep.
where you could let one go. If I let go of my Lux is gone.
Hmm.
So if somebody ever came to me and was like, "What would you let that go for?" I wouldn't even bother giving a price because it's not leaving because that takes it completely out of my collection. So it's literally completely
Yeah. Like
off the
if you were to
market.
give a price to your
Yeah,
deluxe, it had to be so enticing,
that is
right?
disrespect that they will feel
Yeah.
disrespected. You know, so
And
that's why it's
that's one
just
of the great
different.
things about being a collector who likes to get more than one of the things they like.
Yeah,
Um, but like if you settle for just one,
yeah.
you don't have that rainy day thing where you can
But
make
the
moves.
thing is, and the thing is, with me having one, it's never available.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
never
not.
available.
It's not even a. So like, yeah, that's cool when you have multiple, you have that movement, you know. But when you have one, it's just like, yeah, that's it's not even a
I mean,
numbers
because
game.
at this point, it's like, dang, like, how would I get another one? At
Yeah,
this point, like, if
exactly.
I if I if I sold all my orders, I had no orders left, right? And I
Yeah,
was like, I'll get it later. Like, how would I get another one at that point,
right. And
right? That's like a whole. It's like a mortgage payment, you know?
but matter of fact, that's a good point because like even this way, let's just use an example right now, right? I had one Aura PSA 9. I did a deal with Randy. I know you collect Aura and I know Randy collects Aura. When I gave that away, I thought of all those things. I had to factor in how long did I sit there, Dylan? I sat there
Hmm.
for it was literally what 30 minutes, maybe more. I had to think through all of the possibilities of me letting this go because I'm like, I'm not saying that I can't get another one. I'm just saying that I know who I'm going against to get another one. So I
Yeah.
have to figure out if that's worth it. And you know, at the time it was because of what I wanted, but that's not the case for every card. You know, when you're doing trades and stuff like that, I hope that everybody's thinking through every idea. Like, you know, I talk about Dark Bomber. I probably could have waited, put some cash aside, and kept Dark Bomber and got Omega. But at that time, it just was a different market. And I had to do what
You,
I had
you
to
know
do.
what's cool? You know what's
Yeah,
cool is that there's so many different ways to collect Fortnite, and there's so
yeah,
many different skins that mean different things to different people,
yeah,
and like sports, Lamelo, like he's hot, everyone's going after him. Zion, he was coming out, everyone's going after him.
yeah.
It's not as clear for Fortnite cards. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's like when you pass on something, or like someone sends you a big number, and like, forget that, I'll get it somewhere else. That
Yeah,
doesn't like you don't know how hot that card is.
you don't know
It's
how
kind
hot
of
that
hard
card
to
is.
tell. It's
Mhm.
not like anything else, right? Like it's
Yeah,
all obvious. Like they're doing these big numbers. This player is hot right now. Everyone's going after it. It's like some people are in the shadows collecting.
yeah. And matter of fact, this is a good time to bring this up. I have to bring this up because it was we have so we have like a saying in New York where we like if it's like we're playing basketball, or somebody do something weird, they say that's nasty work. And so and so this was just weird, bro. The Tigers was definitely shill bitted. We have to mention that something happened that
Which Tiger?
the
Oh,
raw yeah
did it?
yeah
What did
so
it finally end for?
182 and it was at 385.
It
So
ended for 182,
yeah, yeah.
and
So
it got shielded because when we saw it was like
it
350.
was 350. and it went for 182. So we don't know. I don't know the seller. It was some stuff that weird stuff that happened on there, and it's our obligation to bring up weird stuff like that that happens. Don't know the whole semantics of it, but that was an interesting situation. I would just say, do y'all due diligence when y'all auction. You don't know what you're going against. Obviously, the hobby's a lot different than it was 2 years ago. So it's just,
Yeah, see,
yeah, I don't know,
that's
man.
why I mean, I have it easier, right? Because
Yeah,
like, for me, it's like, if I went let's say that was like an Aura or whatever, like, if it's within my price range that I was looking to pay, and,
yeah,
like, someone got one on me, I mean, I'm
hmm
okay with that, right? So, like, let's
hmm
say that was a card I really wanted, I couldn't find it anywhere, and it finally popped up, and I had to pay 350 for it
hmm
versus, like, 180.
yeah,
I wouldn't be as mad as
right.
90% of the hobby,
Because that
but,
was your
like, I'm
number. Yeah,
yeah, so, like,
yeah,
if I paid it, that's how much I was willing to pay. Does it
yeah,
kinda suck that someone showed it up? Yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, it's like I'm the one who hit buy.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
that's, like, probably, like I'm probably, like, one of the only people who thinks like that, so
Yeah, no, because I agree with that. We talk about that all the time. Like it's like I have a number, and that's what my number is, no matter
that's
what the auction does.
that's what your due diligence is.
Yeah,
You need to put the thinking into, like, honestly, to you, what is it worth? Like, what are you willing to pay?
yeah,
And then, like, show bidding doesn't matter to you at that point.
yeah. Warfighter 100. I mean Warfighter. Fortnite fandom and Warfighter is talking right now in the chat, and Fortnite fandom brought up 90% of my collection is tied to me emotionally as a collector. It ain't going nowhere. It would take a significant amount of money for me to move it, and me and Dylan both would definitely agree with that.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where for me, though, y'all know as time went on, the way I collect is I like to use my cards to get to the cards that I want. In most cases, it depends. Like the market's very different right now. I'll be honest, where it's slower, people are going in and out. So I can actually put money aside and wait to go get that card. It's a lot different now. It was a lot more fast paced 2 years ago where it's like, yo, this I gotta get this card. I have to get it this way. So I was doing a lot more trading. Now it's just more of a patient game. You just kind of wait it out, and then it's just one of those moments. That's what I like about it. Every phase of collecting, especially with Fortnite cards, is very different.
Man, I can't wait till we roll this thing out. I just had
Oh
so many
yeah.
crazy ideas. Well, we'll
Yeah,
talk about it
bro.
afterwards,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm so excited for you guys. Oh, man, this is gonna be fun.
No, it's gonna be dope, bro. And then so we'll go to Mike as first of all, Mike, I can only get so many in here. He had so many pickups, bro. He is on a tangent. I'm almost positive I think he had, if I would have did them all, he would have had like 20 slides. So but I just picked
Oh,
them out.
man, he's
Obviously,
been busy.
yeah. So he has this yonder right here. I can truthfully say I kind of changed my mind on how much I like DJ Yonder and Yonder.
Mhm.
Um, based off of other parts of the collecting hobby. So I like seeing this card right here. It's not a card that I'm heavily chasing, but I would like to have in my collection
I
eventually.
mean, I was not thinking that at all for this card, but,
Yeah.
like, seeing it here in the gold, and
Yeah.
my man's is full gold with, like, the
Yeah.
glasses and
Yeah,
just with the
bro.
crown.
Yeah, bro.
It looks
It's
kinda
crazy.
fire. If
It's
you look at
crazy.
some of these cards as just visually,
Yeah. It's crazy.
it's hard for me, right?
Hmm.
So, like, it's hard for me to see, like, past, like, what it meant in game,
Hmm.
or what it meant to me in game,
Yeah.
and then to, like, just as a visual badass card, sometimes it's hard for me to, like, see that angle that,
Yeah.
a lot of the, like, collectors who never played, they see that angle. That's why they go after, like, Ultimate Knight, because his card is badass looking,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
same thing with, like, Ice King is badass looking, who's another one? Like, the Spider Knight is
Hmm.
badass looking, right? So there's so many cool ones like that, and sometimes it's hard to get past, like, your gameplay stuff and, like, look just at the beautiful cards, like, "Oh, yeah, that one's kinda tight."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Richard. It depends on the way you look at it, man. I felt that if I'm looking at it from my favorite thing to look at, because this is, we talk from our personal experience. My favorite thing to look at is usage. That's my thing. So in that case, yes, he would be overrated in that instance. But if you look at marketability, how Fortnite uses DJ Yonder and Yonder, that conversation can change a little bit. So it depends on the angle you're looking at.
I also think, like, anything to do with llamas, is kind
Yeah,
of interesting with Fortnite, so
yeah. Yeah. So I think that the beauty of Fortnite is, and I mean, I think it's something that me and Dylan has really focused on, is bringing wider scopes of the way you see things. Like, because I could just focus on usage and know exactly what to do. Those are the popular skins in my eyes.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna lie, as I went through the scope of merch, changes it a little bit. It changes it. It's just a little bit. It's crazy.
So, like, it's kinda hard with usage too, like, you have to take into account, like you have
Yeah.
to take into account, like, how expensive skins are,
Hmm.
right? And then you have to take into account, like, like, battle pass stuff, right?
Hmm.
So it definitely gets hard.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, because like, technically, it's a lot of situations that I would agree with Richard on when it comes to Yonder, because I think the way it came out the gate, it was overrated. You get what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
Like
oh,
it was,
yeah,
yeah,
people were
yeah,
hyping it up a lot, yeah,
yeah.
that's true. But, I
Not
mean, from here, it looks like a fire card, that's all I was saying, it
Yeah,
does look kinda fire with the gold.
yeah.
Um,
So
does he have more? I have some real quick. I don't wanna forget this, and I will forget it.
what?
This is
Oh no, go ahead.
Daniel shared this real quick late.
Woo!
So, like, someone did mention the Mario card, so he has the Mario, and then he
Yeah.
has an Oreo pickup.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie,
I
that,
was
that
I was just
Mario that Mario Kart is that joint is pretty clean. As though I
it's
like
pretty
that.
it's pretty cool. This is the thing with Mario, it's just, like, I played it a lot, it's like, I don't have the same
It's not the connection that
I
a lot
don't
of
know
people
what
have.
it is with Fortnite, guys, but, like,
Well, you
it's
do know
something
what it
that's
is.
hard to explain.
It's what we've been
The
saying.
connection,
It's
though, is like, the
yeah.
connection is hard to explain. Um, like,
I,
I love the Mario games growing up, I played those heavy.
mhm, yeah.
And maybe it's just because I'm older now and that
Well,
I don't
Well,
know.
I'll put it this way. So what Dylan is getting at, I'll try to explain it. Like he said, it's hard to explain. But if you are, I don't know who's in this 17, but if you're new to the show or something or new to Fortnite cards, when it comes to the skins in the game, you're you are actually going through the motions with them. You're not just like when you play with Mario in Mario Kart, whatever the case, you're playing with him in whatever game you're playing with Mario in. You're playing with Mario. You understand it's Mario. Like you're not,
Versus, like, when
yeah,
you
like
pick
this,
your skin, you're not just that skin, you also change the back bling, you also change
yeah,
your pickaxe,
yeah.
you kind of make it yours.
You make it yours.
And, like, that's how you remember other players
Mm-hmm.
too,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, so when someone sees me, like, as Rocks, like, they know
Yep.
it's me,
Yeah.
right? And, if you're playing with a duo and, like,
Yep.
you load in and they're a completely different skin, or like, "Oh, that's kinda weird," you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Now you got to go through your locker and be like, oh, okay.
It's
I
like but it's
guess we
like
could do
when you
this
play
way.
with them, it's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that was you. I forgot."
Yeah. Yeah, because like especially like I talked about it before when we first started doing duels and me and my brother was buying skins, our skin taste was completely different. He was on Dynamo immediately because of Mongrel and Nitro. That wasn't the case for me. I never wore Dynamo in game, and it was a lot of different situations that was like that. Like even something like I hate the what is it? The golf club pickaxe. I've never purchased it. That's a sweat pickaxe if y'all don't know the golf club pickaxe. I don't like that pickaxe because
I don't like that
it's
one
just
either.
yeah, it's just one of those ones that a lot of people use that I don't. But like Dylan said, like when you rotate into a game with a duo or trio, whatever the case is, and y'all picking skins, it can get interesting.
Real quick, real quick.
Yep.
A God box was open today. What was the God
Which is
box? I
what
didn't
was
see
the
it.
yeah, what was the box? Fill us in.
Yeah, that's correct, Phantom. It's an identity. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, what did Wayne pick up?
Wayne has been
Wayne
on a
got
tear.
Renegade Raiders? Really? There's no way. Oh, I see some Disney cards back there
Yeah, I seen
too.
that.
Black Knight
I seen that.
Reloaded hiding in the back.
Man, that driver. Yeah, the driver pickaxe, Richard. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yep. And then this is Shane's from last week, but he sent it for this week. So yeah, you can go through those real quick. And then let's see.
I was still looking for the God box.
Yeah, I know. Oh
All
no,
right,
no, Kyrie, we getting to that. We're getting to
yep,
that.
we
We're
haven't
good.
talked about it yet
We're
fully.
good. So wait, this last page is really dope though. I like this lineup, the superhero skins for the win. Fade might be a sleeper too, depending on if they ever do the Fox Clan. But we'll see if that happens.
Eventually, right?
Yeah,
Jeez, man.
right.
I
Oh
hate
man,
it when I get a message from Rice.
yo, it's crazy.
I literally hate it. Like, I ding ding. I was like,
Yo,
I what beautiful piece of paper am I about to look at?
yo,
Like
bro.
seriously, it's like oh my gosh, he keeps sending me
Yo,
all this fire.
yo, triple threat is in there. That was another card that I had to trade away, but I'm getting that back soon. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. But these are all hits. Honestly, these are all hits. Man, aim up there, Blue Squire,
I need to get
Leviathan,
aim. I need to get
yeah,
a blue squire again.
Raven.
I've got to get back into. I'm waiting for the Fortnite like meltdown. Please, please meltdown so I can get some stuff
Yo,
back in my collection.
yo, man. And then Card Illustrator came in with the last I'm not gonna lie, Heim looks amazing in the CGC slab, bro. This looks great. Gem Mint 10. And that
I
is
do like
yeah,
blue shards.
it looks great, right?
I'm still not on the CGC train, but I'll let you guys keep taking it away.
Yeah, Richard, it's about what would you say, Dylan? Is it 10 collectors now? I would say it's about 10 collectors that's just in a different
This
stratosphere. And
stratosphere,
he's
yeah.
yeah, he's in it. He's in there for sure. Uh okay, Kari, no, Kari, we about to go to this right now. Let's go to it. I got it up here, Dylan. Hold on. I
You
got
got it
it
up
up
or you
there.
need me to
Yep.
pull it up?
You can pull the actual thing up there and
All
then
right.
I'll
You pull
just
up your stuff. I'll start.
yeah,
You do your
yeah.
thing because you've been tracking this, not me. But oh,
Kari, I brought this up to Dylan just before we went live. I'm like, bro, have you been watching this? So let's go to while Dylan's pulling up the actual auction. I'm gonna go to this.
dang, that makes
So
me sign my life away. Sheesh.
so I want Dylan to pull it actually up, but I'm gonna pull up the snapshot right now. So this is two different things, right? I took a screenshot of the last time THG went live for a BK auction. This was the beginning of the extended bidding on the right side, the 25,000, right? And this was a PSA 10, right? Yes, this was a PSA
It was
10.
a PSA 10.
Yeah. So for context, there is a separation between BGS and PSA 10, but not by this much. So currently, right now, it's sitting at 1375. So we can go to Dylan's actual one now. Um, what do you feel about this, bro? It's that
So
one day
there's
right now.
one day left until extended bidding starts, and it's at $1,375. I'm not chasing Black Knight, but if I was, that's an interesting price.
Yo, this is crazy. I was sitting there and yo, appreciate you,
Appreciate you,
Steven.
Steven.
Thank you for coming through. I was looking at this and I talked to Black Ash earlier on in the week, and I'm like, bro, I know extended bidding is a thing, and maybe like let's just say maybe 6 to 7 bidders got their bidding to go into extended bidding. This still seems low to me going into extended bidding. Is I yeah,
Yeah,
Warfighter, it's not gonna stay there.
I know it's not gonna stay there, but it's kind of crazy. It's this low.
Yeah, because if y'all go watch our previous one, where this screenshot comes from, this is where it was at when we started the live.
So this was right before
Yeah, like
extended bidding.
I think
So we're
extended bidding just started.
24,000. We're like, what is that? We're like 95% off the price.
Yeah, and
That's not
and
true, but
nah, no, we get your
but
point. We get your
but
point.
you get what I'm saying. It's like it's 1/25th of the price right now with a day left.
Oh, you want to know subgrades? The subgrades are 10 on centering, everything else a 9.5. That is a beautiful card.
Yeah,
And
everything at 9.5 except for the
and
centering, which got a 10.
yeah, Warfighter, that's what I mean, because like look at somebody put a bid in, bro.
Someone put a bid in right when we
Yeah,
talked about
listen.
this. Hey, we need some kind of like kickback on this.
Yo, no, no,
Come on now, PWCC.
Jesse, I'm gonna be reaching out to you after this. No, but seriously, this is crazy. I because to me, I would assume so. If y'all don't know, two PSA 9 sold within the same. Was it the same week or within a couple days sold for
It-
14.5?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty
so
close.
yeah, it sold for 14.5. So okay, PWCC, we really gonna have to talk after this because people didn't know about this, and yeah, so we're gonna have a conversation. No, but I'm just playing. But yeah, this
Yeah,
is
and we're not and like
it's
we're
not
not
it's
trying
not
we're not
yeah
trying to hype this up either. Like I don't really care
yeah
what happens. I'm just
yeah
watching. Like
yeah.
like Richard said, he hopes it sells for 4K and everyone sells everything.
Well, this
Like
is this is
I don't want to like cause a meltdown, Richard,
yeah
but
because this was interesting to me because I won't say a price because I don't want to put any numbers out there. But remember when I said this car, I would never. I don't think this car would ever sell for this low. I won't say the number, but we had this conversation before of what we thought the floor would be.
Yeah, we
Um,
did. We had that conversation last time we did this. What was
yeah,
it? What did we say the floor was?
it, it was okay. So I think we were talking
Ro-
specifically
ro-
about a PS. Yeah, go
Sorry
ahead.
if we guys blew up your spot. If you were in here and like the down
Yeah,
low,
yeah.
sorry.
But this, yeah, we apologize for that because that could have been bad. But I think it was one of those things where I thought it was interesting. I was like, this is somebody might because people have gotten stills on PWCC before, like
Yeah,
major stills. Um, I can think back to a couple of them that you either forget about extended bidding or because if y'all don't know, so to give y'all context for PWCC, when extended bidding starts, it's a time frame. So
I think
even
it's
if you're
every 5 minutes.
yeah,
Is it 5 minutes?
something
It's
along that
like
line.
2 or 5 minutes, something like that, that they have for someone else to bid.
Yeah, and it gradually gets lower.
Yeah,
And if you're new to it, you might think you got your bid in and then you forget or things like that. And people have gotten crazy stills.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
a Warfare. If it doesn't sell,
that's
the
for
mega
sure.
price will drop. I mean, man, I would not mind. I don't know how much they could actually drop though, because I don't know how much they have left. But like, I would not mind buying some. How fast, if the mega boxes actually dropped, how fast would they get like snacked like
Well, I'll be
right
honest. If
away?
you think about this though, when it went to 1K, people were buying them by the boatload. I know 7 collectors, literally seven. Like that's not a random number. 7 collectors that was buying five at a time at 1,000. So that's interesting within itself. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, Warfighter.
I mean, yeah, it's selling for. I mean, is it bad for everyone? I mean, it's definitely bad for people who've put a lot of money into it for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Um, it less than 10K.
But see, that's hard for me to. It's hard for me to believe that because what two PSA nines just sold for. Now I am a PSA. I am PSA mostly 90%. But if that's happening just because I know it's not just happening because it's BGS because that would be ridiculous. Like this is a
It
amazing
shouldn't
card.
matter for this kind of
No,
card.
not for this card. That's ridiculous.
This is
If
like
that,
me. This is like for me. Let's say this was like an Aura
yeah.
9.5 crystal shard selling for $150 on PWCC just because it's a 9.5.
See, and this is the interesting thing because I think people really didn't know about the card. And once again, to Dylan's point, sorry if we blew up your spot. Um,
If
it's just
someone was trying to get it.
it's just more
But
so,
the
yeah.
person who's looking to buy this, are they really
No, they're not
they
worried.
wanna pay a fair price so
Yeah,
that it keeps the recognition, I'm sure.
yeah,
Just like JL was saying, like, it's
yeah.
kind of bad. Like, if you're the person who's buying this kind of car, you don't really want it to, like,
Yo,
go
Daniel,
too
I'm
cheap.
I'm not lying. I'm not cracking this one. That joint staying in the
Yeah,
BGS
like,
lab. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
keeping
and
that one in there.
crack it wide, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
nah. I mean, it's
if
too.
if you're in the future, right, and, like, the 10s, PSA 10s are going for crazy, like, $1,000,000 price, and this is going for, like, 500,000, then maybe in the future. But, like,
Now,
I don't see the reason. Is there's
now
too
would I yeah, because would I invest in possibly trying to cross it and take that risk? I would try to cross it, but I'm not
Yeah.
taking it out the slab.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah, that's not I would because let's be real, you
Yeah,
usually don't you usually
I'm
don't win that case. You're not gonna usually win a crossover, but that's the most I would do.
yeah,
I would try to cross it.
I'm
I'm
not
not
cracking myself.
I'm
Let's
not
just be
cracking that.
clear.
That's
This is
not
one of the
happening.
cards you crack.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I agree. I'm not cracking it. It's
Yeah,
no
I
way.
think it's a beautiful looking slab. I like BGS slabs. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna fake. Like, if
we've
I had
said
to, if
that.
yeah, I've said that. Like, I think BGS slabs look better than PSA slabs. But you guys know
100%.
how I feel about PSA.
No,
So
I think if I had like if it was nothing tied to it, if I didn't I actually like, I'm probably one of the rare ones that like the business of PSA. But I actually like BGS slabs better than any slab. It's
so,
not even close.
but we know that PSA sells for more.
Hmm.
Are we expecting this to go higher or lower than the
Then it would
PSA 10? I know right now it looks
low.
like it's going lower, but like if all things were like
All things were
normal,
yeah, I would say it would go lower. Not by much, but I would say it would go lower. Should it? That's a different question. You know, that
Yeah.
that's a that's a
It
whole
does
nother
look
thing.
great. I think it looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's a whoever gets this card, whoever gets this card is going to be very happy. I'm interested to see what it goes for. Obviously, it's 1 day left.
Too bad it
Um,
didn't end on our live.
I
Wait,
know.
did we do it on a Friday or was
No,
it
we did on
ending?
a Saturday. We did on a Saturday.
Oh,
We
we did
came
it
through.
special for that
Yeah, we
day.
did a special. We
Oh,
did
I
a special.
see. I don't know if we're gonna do that this time, guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, me and Kyrie talked earlier on this week, and Kyrie said 22K. When me and Kyrie talked earlier this week, I said 25. But we'll see what it goes for.
I'm gonna say 3,000.
Yo, listen, my heart would sink in my soul if this went for 3,000 because
Yo, if
I,
this year went for 3,000,
bro,
I'd find some extra money somewhere and just wait on eBay. I would just wait. I would be there ready to snipe.
bro, because the reason why we're talking about this is because, so you see, this is crazy to me because I don't think that's crazy though. Like, if it goes for that price, right? What Richard said, I'm not gonna put it on the screen because I don't really want to, I mean, they can look at the chat if they want to, but if it goes for that price, that's literally less than 2,000 more than what a PSA 9 went for twice in one
Yeah,
week. I don't know. Is it just
yeah,
because
that's
people
true.
don't like? Is it just because people didn't know about it, or is it? This is going to say a lot about. This is going to say a lot about the hobby. And what I mean by not, I'm not talking about doom or gloom. I'm talking about there's going to be a lot of people that are going
But
to have
let's be
strong
clear.
opinions.
There's
Yeah,
no doom.
no, it's no
All
doom.
right. But I mean, there may be ripple effects for a
Hmm.
time after.
Yeah,
And
some
so, I mean,
something will
you
come
guys
from
have to
this.
realize that, right? We're waiting on more sets to come out and we're waiting on the hobby to grow. So it's going to take some time.
Yeah,
We're going to see
like
some dips.
don't get me wrong. We're
This is a
here.
crazy dip, but
Yeah, we're here every Friday, but we're not here every Friday to just like everything's like beautiful flowers. Like it's gonna get real.
yeah.
Not saying that it's gonna be this, but it's gonna be some interesting moments that's gonna happen that people we've already had it. Honestly, we've had a couple of those that because let's be real, I think we don't talk about what some PSA nines of any given crystal shard has went for an auction and what it has sold for
Yeah.
because they're it's polar opposite of what it was.
Or some raw
it-
cards, you know what
some
I mean?
raw cards is so that's the thing that we always want to talk about everything in every perspective. We don't want to just come from we're collective, so it's Gucci either way.
Yeah,
But
it's Gucci either way.
yeah,
I like it.
but this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be something like that's a Brazil holofoil at starting bid $5. That's good. And I think that's 8 days remaining on.
Let me just look through here and see if there's anything that I haven't.
Warfighter, exactly. That's the thing. Like it mirrors the economy. It matches.
It-
Not saying exactly mirrors, but it definitely
the funny thing I
parallels.
saw in like a comic group is like
Yeah,
someone was posting pictures of the Miles Morales comic and how much it's falling because at one point it was doing like 42,000 for
yeah.
9.8 and now it's doing like 18,000. And all these people's
Mhm.
like, I told you it's not the next big comic, blah blah blah. And
That
like
has
we're
nothing
like,
to
dude,
do
it's
with
it's
it.
literally the economy. It's like people aren't buying collectibles right now,
Oh
trying to buy
shoot,
groceries. Yeah,
bro.
there's like
That
literally
sound.
nothing on here but that crazy card.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's why.
Bro, my mic
And
wasn't plugged in this whole time.
that's wild.
That's crazy, right?
All right, do we have any more of these to go through?
I don't think so. I think it was just we just had this, so I had to, I had to put this up. I
Oh,
had
I
to
haven't
pull
seen
this.
this yet.
So these,
Another Lux? Oh no, I've seen
yeah,
some of these.
yeah, you've seen some of these. Well, this is what they pulled from the survey skins that
Hmm.
could possibly be a part of the OG Battle Pass. We might be getting another Lux. Obviously, it's rare not to get another Pilly or Fish Stick in every season, and we'll probably get that as well. We got
I don't like that.
Jonesy inside
I don't
that
like
joint.
many of these. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think half of these are gonna make it, except for the chick in the bottom left.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe the
We'll see what
wolf in the
happens.
far right. They might be like a dire crossover kind of thing. I could see
That's
that.
that's Dyer right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm saying.
Dyer.
They could do like a
Yep.
dire one. Um,
S- So it's Yeah, I can't wait for another Lux to come out. I'll probably still be wearing OG Lux, but to have it in the collection will still be fire, But yeah, it's hard to beat the original, even though it has been done. Because I'll be honest, I like Blaze better than the original Renegade Raider. That doesn't take away from Renegade Raider. I just like the actual art
Blaze is
style.
freaking
Yeah,
fire
Blaze is
skin. I
Blaze is
wore
dope.
Blaze for the longest time, and I don't even like red like that.
Matter of fact, now that I think of it, Renegade Raider has had some dope styles, bro. Because
Heck yeah.
Skeletara, the Ginger, what is
That's
the
because like people would like say, "Oh, Renegade Raider's plain," but like her character is pretty badass, right? It's
yeah,
just like Brad, like the whole character. So like if
yeah,
you add any kind of minty or fire flair to it, it
mhm,
pops off, right? And
yep,
that's just it's just a really well made skin.
it is. Yeah, it is in a gold frame series. That's another Ultimate Night too, by the way. This
Looks
this
like a gladiator style.
this gingerbread one is a Mary Marauder. Um, and then the one to the right of it, that's a new style of Rex, right there. And then obviously you have Doggo, two styles. I think those probably be
I'm
like
just really that impressed with it, most of these.
yeah, and if y'all don't know, this is like the sketches, obviously, and
Yeah,
some things may renders and stuff like that. Some things may change, but I see this is the one thing that I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if they're gonna do a mini battle pass, if they're gonna do a full battle. This is only a month.
yeah.
Um,
There's no way it's
and
a full battle pass for a month.
yeah,
There just can't be.
yeah. So that Bright Bomber's dope. The reason why is because that kind of puts her in like the night category, but it's the unicorn. That's kind of fire. But I would do without the wings though. But yeah,
It's probably like a back bling.
yeah. No, this I mean it's gonna be interesting to see how these play out. I think it was let me see. Let me make sure
Well,
I don't make
the new season is November 3rd, guys.
yeah.
So I will be streaming a lot more, especially during the new season.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to hang out with me on other days, I'm gonna be doing that.
So on top of that, this is hybrid. Hybrid is he is the what is it called?
The crew
Thank you.
skin for the next month.
Yep. So hybrid is already back in the game. Pretty dope style for him, honestly, especially if you're a hybrid fan. I'm not really a big hybrid fan.
This this adds to my suspicion that crew skins are connected to storyline stuff.
Mhm.
And the reason I say that is because hybrid
Yeah.
was the only one of the only chapter one skins, Ice King,
For
that was in the
fish
comics.
fish stick.
Yeah, fish
Um,
stick. So he
um,
was one of the only battle passes maybe, but he was in the comics, right? And so like all the crew skins, we've got so many skins in there that have some kind of storyline going on that we haven't heard about. Him being
yeah,
in the comic and being added to the crew. I just really think that the crew is something they're doing special, and so
yeah.
I pay attention to stuff that goes through there.
No, for sure. So this is another part. So Epic Games is casting people because they are looking for doubles
Oh yeah,
of the weekend and people similar to Skull Trooper, which made no sense to me. Like looking for a skin similar to, I mean, people similar to Skull Trooper is like, I mean, you would just be doing, you'll be building that. Like that'll be like makeup and stuff like that. And
yeah. It doesn't
yeah,
matter because you just when you wear like a cap or
yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah, it is. So
right?
I
And then
don't,
you paint your face like a skeleton because that's
yeah,
what it is in there. It's like a skin cap kind of thing. I don't
yeah,
even know if that's the right word, but
yeah.
like the thing they put on there.
It's
So I
like a,
don't
it's like a, it's like
like a
a
Spider-Man
mask or something.
suit, but
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
no mask, and then you paint your face.
Yeah, so that one really didn't make sense to me, but they have Sparkle specialists in here, and they're looking for cast. I don't know, maybe that's when they just didn't find it because I don't know why they just didn't do Ramirez. Ramirez actually has somebody with her likeness already, so we'll see what happens though. Should be
Yeah,
interesting.
but this is what I was trying to get at this before though. It's just because they've used the main style doesn't mean it's gonna
Yeah,
be the same character. A lot of times it could be,
right. Yeah,
but I don't think it's always going to be, right?
yeah. But this is for like and if y'all don't know what we're talking about, this is for actual live
Yeah,
actors and actresses. Like so, these are real
yeah.
actors and actresses. I think they're trying to tie it to all of the content creators and pros. Like so, the ninjas, the Cypher PKs, they're doing a commercial for it. So I think they're trying to tie actual skins in real life to whatever they're doing for that. Which this is probably going to be epic, no pun intended. So this should be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. I'm really mad right now. I want this whole podcast off, bro. But yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Did it sound bad?
Oh no, you didn't sound bad, but you sound better now.
Yeah, I just switched it.
I didn't realize,
Okay, that's good. So now yeah, I had my
but
cord
now
was out.
but now I
That's
realized.
major. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the things you're supposed to let it fly, but it just pissed me off. So
No,
go
but this is great because you sound better than me for every podcast. So now this
ahead.
podcast we sound the same.
There you go.
There we
No,
go. I'll
no,
take
man.
it. All
That's
right,
funny.
guys. I think that's it. It's
Yeah,
midnight
that's
here for
good.
us. So please subscribe to our YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000
Yes,
subscribers so that we can do cool stuff and become an Epic Games partner if possible.
yes, if
Um,
possible.
so please subscribe. And then look out for FortniteCars.com.
Hmm.
Go sign up for the I'm not supposed to give you guys multiple things to do, but hey, I'm greedy. Go sign up
Yeah,
for the draft so that we can do the
yeah,
show. We can
yeah.
compete. And
And
we'll go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say and hit that like button, y'all. But y'all have to do that. Sign up for that. This is gonna be dope. Me and Dylan and Richard came up with something pretty unique. So y'all gonna like
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys next time.
it.